Fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use.
For your night.
That's a very pro-woman, amazing, like strong, independent woman. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter, like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
I do understand.
I understand what you're saying. Classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1980 something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live it. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I'm tired. I've proven myself. And it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friend's independent. These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie. Just please, come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired, Erica. I don't want to do it no more. Where's my Melania? I want the Melania Trump plan. I'm sick. I've proven myself. Since 1988.
At 88.
I'm tired. I was 15 out of paper route.
Damn, that's a long time.
72 clients. 30-cent tip for some of you bastards in East Providence, Rhode Island on 2nd Street. I remember I gave you papers 7 days a week, and on Sunday you gave me a 30-cent tip. I'm tired. So I'm glad it worked out for you, but I'm not there.
Being a strong, independent woman since 1988 is a lot, Claudia.
Since Salt and Pepper came out.
That's a lot.
I'm tired.
Damn.
So, yes.
Damn.
Excuse me if I'm a little frustrated. So I envy the girls that got taken off the pole, so to say.
Nobody said nothing about no damn pole.
But metaphorically.
Yeah, nobody said. Well, my point was, because here's the thing. The point was that this is a...
Take off the cape, Erica. We lost the election. We're not doing this anymore.
I'm not...
Soft life. Hookers are winning.
Hoes
are winning. Hookers are in the White House again. First lady, if you will. I'm over it. No one cares. Nobody cares about independence anymore. But I respect it, but they don't.
I get it.
So we don't have the capacity.
I'm proud of myself. I feel very proud to be able to look in the camera and say, I'm not that strong. Like, I'm fighting for my joy. Every day it's a fight. Every day is I feel like I'm fighting for my life, you know, because I feel like so many people look up and they're counting on me. You know what I mean? I don't feel like no hero.
It's okay, baby. You want to take a second?
I'm not a fucking hero. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm somebody I'm a human. I'm flawed. I'm trying to figure this thing out every day. And it just, for me right now, it just seems like it's getting harder and harder. But is it my perception? Is it what I'm putting on it? Is it, you know, when you get into a dark place, you can compound yourself with the darkness, you know? And it's all about your thoughts. And it's like, am I doing this to myself? Is this happening in real time? I'm finally to a place in my life where I just need to, it's like, whoa, everybody stop. I gotta step off.
Thank God you could do
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah, thank God. Can we get a tissue too? I just want to make sure she's okay. Baby, it's crazy because you talk so much about like what we do and that we do it for other people. And
yeah.
Even you sharing your story, I know this is hard. And even as your friend, it's hard. I kind of like want to stop. If after this you had said to me, just so everybody's clear, if after this she says to me, cut it all out, I would cut it all out.
I'm not going to cut it all out. You know why?
But I'm just saying,
I know, and I feel safe with you is what I'm saying.
Well, just...
So we don't have the capacity.
Talk about what else you're wanting. Are you dating?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm wanting to date.
Yeah.
It's limited resources out there, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not getting on an app.
Why? You're just not into
I'm old fashioned. I'm like, I need to meet you and sparks happen and stuff like that. Because I just believe people make up stories saying who and what they are.
Yeah, exactly.
And
what are you looking for at this stage, this point?
A partner.
Yeah.
And when I say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's not intimidated by who and what I am.
Yeah.
That likes to travel.
Yeah.
Gonna let me go shopping.
Yeah.
I feel like you just spoke it into existence.
I hope hope so, girlfriend.
I feel like you.
So you got, and I'm taking applications.
Oh,
so
you know,
if you got a friend.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll be all. We'll
and
be
I
on
don't
the hunt.
discriminate. He can be. I'm not against different nationalities. Then you know that too.
Okay. Vivica's gonna stick around. She's laying down the law. We got some hot topics coming up right now.
As we don't have the capacity.
I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month. We are not going to be able to make this work.
Clean that shit up now. Because like I said, I asked for fucking help. Right? I asked for fucking help. I asked for fucking help. And nobody wants no fucking help. Nobody wants no fucking help. Right? Now y'all got some cleaning up the fucking shit. You know what? No. Since y'all can't find it. Fuck out of here.
Reasons. I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. Reasons. I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes, Parish. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracy tales.
But
you date a younger woman.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
Lady. Fuck out.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
Look at me, look at me. If you were single, if you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to... Anyway, focus, Medina. Look at me.
That's not fair. That's not fair. That is not fair.
And we're back. Oh, man. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Not Claudia Jordan, everyone. For those of you that are just getting in, if you haven't seen it, it's all the rave. We are speaking about it now, right? We are speaking about it now. It's a theme. Shout out to the Xers. Z, you're missing one. You are right. I am missing one. Let's see if we can hurry up and bring it up. Let's see if we can hurry up and bring it up. We are missing one. There is somebody else who is doing some talking. Okay, it's on its way. We are gonna give our too much commentary before she pops up. Yeah, the women are talking crazy. Ishmael, you get it. They are overgrown children. Now do you see why Z has been saying temper tantrums? They're throwing temper tantrums. These are petulant children. These are 7-year-olds in 30 some odd, 40 some odd, 50 some odd, 60 some odd year old women's bodies. Exactly. Huh? Yeah. Do y'all get it now? Huh? Whether they're crying, whether they're complaining, whether they're trying to do the boss girl thing. Huh? But you can see every once in a while, they crack. They can't hold the facade. And they finally tell you, I can't do this anymore. I've been dating since 1988. God damn. Ain't that right?
For your night.
That's a very pro-woman, amazing, like strong, independent woman. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape.
And Claudia Jordan is in her 50s. Remember, is Claudia Jordan not saying this exact same thing?
Look at me. If you were single, if you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to... Anyway, focus, Medina. Look at me. If you were...
Did Claudia Jordan not say the exact same thing? Huh? Did she not? What else did Claudia Jordan say in that clip? Huh? What else did she say? She said she's looking for a sheik. She's saying she's looking for Richard Gere or Greer. Essentially pretty woman fantasies. Huh? Oh, we're gonna play it again. Z, you gonna spam it this stream? Oh yeah, you better believe it. We're gonna play it again. Listen closely.
For your night.
That's a very pro-woman, amazing, like strong, independent woman. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
I do understand.
I understand what you're saying. Classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1900s and 80 something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live it. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I am tired. I've proven myself. And it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friend's independent. These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie. Just please come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired, Erica. I don't want to do it no more. Where's my Melania? I want the Melania Trump plan. I'm sick. I've proven myself. Since 1988.
At 88.
I'm tired. I was 15 out of paper route.
Damn, that's a long time.
72 clients. 30-cent tip for some of you bastards in East Providence, Rhode Island on 2nd Street. I remember I gave you papers 7 days a week, and on Sunday you gave me a 30-cent tip. I'm tired. So I'm glad it worked out for you, but I'm not there.
Being a strong, independent woman since 1988 is a lot, Claudia.
Since Salt and Pepper came out.
That's a lot.
I'm tired.
Damn.
So, yes.
Damn.
Excuse me if I'm a little frustrated. So I envy the girls that got taken off the pole, so to say.
Nobody said nothing about no damn pole.
But metaphorically.
Yeah, nobody said what my point was, because here's the thing. The point was that this is a...
Take off the cape, Erica. We lost the election. We're not doing this anymore.
I'm not...
Soft life. Hookers are winning.
All about...
Hoes are winning. Hookers are in the White House again. First lady, if you will. I'm over it. No one cares. Nobody cares about independence anymore. But I respect it, but they don't.
I get it.
Did not Claudia Jordan say the same thing as this?
In honor of me graduating college this week, I was like, you know what? We're going to rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to check our student loan debt. And I, kind of at a ballpark range, like I knew how much I owed, not down to like the exact dollar amount. I'm the type of person who gets nervous to check their bank account after a weekend out. So I took a look. I took a hard gander at exactly how much money I owe. I'm going to die with it. Like I can confidently say there wasn't even like a panic. It was just like my heart sank to my I'm going to die with it. Like I don't know any way I'm going to be able to pay that off other than selling my organs on the black market. This is why I don't understand why people shit on sugar babies, because like I could get this all paid off tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but you know what I mean, like within the year. If I just found a rich man and everyone's like, patriarchy, don't work for them. Ask not what you can do for the patriarchy, but what the patriarchy can do for you. If it benefits me, then maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's just a helping hand.
Oh, oh man. Yeah, what happened? Corey tried to talk to you about this, Claudia Jordan, over a decade ago. Mr. Z watched the stream. Corey Holcomb talked to you about this over a decade ago when he was still in on RMC. Yikes. What was that? Was that even a whole year ago? You were speaking about who you're not going to date, and these men think they all that, and they be having these black. She said something about black toenails or whatever, dark toenails, or what, and you just said that. Was that even a year ago? Okay, let's say it was a little over a year ago. Miss Jordan, you just said that. Huh? And now you're being honest that you just don't have the capacity anymore.
So we don't have the capacity.
Now you're looking for the Melania Trump plan. Where are you technocrats and you social designers? Even the rich women, they can't do it. She's in her 50s. Range Rover, this expensive car, that expensive car. Didn't Claudia Jordan used to own a Porsche? I think she said something about owning a Porsche once upon a time when she was on, or maybe she was leasing it. I'm not sure. When she was on Corey Holcomb show some years back. Yeah, what happened? Claudia, you just cost too much. You just cost too much, Miss Jordan. You just cost too much. You cost too much for the men, for the men that can't afford you, and the men that can afford you just don't want to pay. They just don't. Now what? No, not Claudia Jordan. No. So Taraji cracked a few years ago? Huh? Claudia Jordan just cracked in front of you? Vivica A. Fox says she's now she's open to marriage or relationship at 60, so that's her cracking. Oh no. Yeah, they be good. And didn't Taraji kind of have that sassy, aggressive, borderline sexy vibe when she was on Hot 97 with Ebro years back? For all of us that remember that interview, goddamn Z, you be all over the internet. Mr. Z be all over the internet. Huh? And the facade was gone about, how long ago was that? About 2 years ago, 3 years ago now?
I'm proud of myself. I feel very proud to be able to look in the camera and say, I'm not that strong. Like, I'm fighting for my joy. Every day it's a fight. Every day is I feel like I'm fighting for my life, you know, because I feel like so many people look up and they're counting on me. You know what I mean? I don't feel like no hero.
It's okay, baby. You want to take a second?
I'm not a fucking hero. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm somebody I'm a human. I'm flawed. I'm trying to figure this thing out every day. And, it just, for me right now, it just seems like it's getting harder and harder. But is it my perception? Is it what I'm putting on it? Is it, you know, when you get into a dark place, you can compound yourself with the darkness, you know, and it's all about your thoughts. And it's like, am I doing this to myself? Is this happening in real time? I'm finally to a place in my life where I just need to, it's like, whoa, everybody stop. I gotta step off.
Thank God you could do
You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank God. Can we get a tissue too? I just want to make sure she's okay. Baby, it's crazy because you talk so much about like what we do and that we do it for other people. And even you sharing your story, I know this is hard. And even as your friend, it's hard. I kind of like want to stop. But listen, if after this, if after this you had said to me, just so everybody's clear, if after this she says to me, cut it all out, I would cut it all out.
I'm not gonna cut it all out. You know why?
But I'm just saying,
I know, and I feel safe with you is what I'm saying.
Well, just
what is beautiful about what Angie Martinez said is how often does this happen? The women crack. Okay, maybe a few of the men crack. And we'll just edit that out. Don't worry about it. We'll just edit out the moment of honesty, the moment when you can no longer hold up that veil, the moment when you crack, the moment when you can no longer hold up the facade. We'll just edit that out. So we can keep on gaslighting the women about, we'll just get rich. We'll just get famous. We'll just get around the rich guys. Don't ever make yourself oozy pliant. Ooh, goddamn, Dr. Sabrina Strings. For the men. You'll just get rich and don't worry. You and your sister girls and your girlfriends, then y'all will figure it out. Y'all will be friends and you just fringe your way through not being married and not having this romantic quote unquote partner. Taraji said it's not working. That's what she said. Uh-oh. Huh? Claudia Jordan said it's not working. That's what she said. Yikes. Huh? Vivica A. Fox said it's not working. That's what she said. Tracy Ellis Ross in her weird ass way said it's not working. That's what she said. Lisa Ray in her resting. Lisa Ray gonna be the last one to crack, y'all. She's trying to money her way through it. Not gonna work. Huh? Y'all vacation for the weekend. I'll vacation for the month. Sound nice. Don't see no ring. Huh? Yikes. Where are you technocrats? These are the rich women. And these are just the black ones. I didn't even talk about the white ones. What happened? Huh? And these are a bunch of extras, everyone. Wait until the millennials come of age. Wait until the millennials start hitting 55 and 50 and 52 and 58. Huh? Yikes. But they're not the only ones. You know who else trying to still hold up that facade? But we seen her crack and she always got to have a glass of wine. Huh? You want to know who?
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
Oh, not you, Melissa. I was about to say Melissa Ford. Not you saying that's not fair.
Fair. That's not fair. That is not fair.
Not Melissa Ford saying that's not fair. That's what you're saying, Miss Melissa Ford. What you're saying is that's not fair. Y'all wouldn't bet I lied if it was a man. Actually, you women were dancing on David Banner saying the same thing. Y'all were twerking on his misfortune. Y'all were? Did you forget? Oh, you wasn't paying attention. Melissa Ford, I want you to recall, you said you'd be watching gender war stuff online. You said that. So we know all you're doing here is just trying to protect the image of the black women who, if I can't have that and what I want and all this exclusive stuff, then I'm okay being single and I'm okay. I'm all right. Huh? We know that's what you're doing. By the way. Huh? And rich women, rich black women said, see, I can't do it no more. I can't put up the facade anymore.
For your night. That's a very pro-woman, amazing, like strong, independent woman. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter, like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica. I do
understand.
It's a
I
thankless
understand
job
what you're
being
saying.
classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1900s and 80 something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So
we don't have the capacity.
Oh. And shout out to Gold P. We got Gold Professor in the room. Y'all already know. We got Gold Professor in the house. As I've said before, whenever Gold Professor is here, we will remind y'all that Gold Professor was the first person to suggest that Z start his channel, and here we are, right? And here we are. So y'all send all y'all hate mail to Gold Professor, right? The hate mail is always changing. One time it was sucker MCs. The other time it was something else, right? Shout out to Gold Professor. Exactly, Telescope. Comparing her life to a character in a movie, Pretty Woman, right? She said she's willing to go get down with a sheik, just no poop, hysterical. She won the Julia Roberts. They all won the Julia Roberts Pretty Woman thing. All of them, including the rich ones. Huh? And she said she want the Trump plan, the Trump and Melania type arrangement. Anything where she won't have to be working apparently as hard as she is. Come on now, stop it. Huh? Really, it's about them bills, huh? Really, you feel yourself slowing down and those bills are still there. That Range Rover car note is still there, ain't it? She told you mortgage insurance, Wi-Fi, internet, laptop. She's the one who said it. We've been knowing. Huh? So meanwhile, Real Talk with Yanni could talk about all her decenter man and how good she is, and a woman who's far more well-known, far richer than Real Talk with Yanni said, see, I don't know, I can't, look, Real Talk with Yanni, that's good, you're in your 30s, you can do it. I can't do it no more. Huh? Yikes. Huh? So Real Talk with Yanni still sound like this? Oh, goddamn, Z, please no.
Decenter men. This is not coming from a place of hurt, trauma. This is coming from a place of peace and happiness. And I just remember when I used to go out, and I used to just go out just to have a good time, laugh, great conversations, and just being a personality. My personality wasn't about getting a man. It was just about having fun. And I just want to get back to that. I just want to get back to me. And I'm tired of social media. I'm wanting to decenter men, decenter social media. And I just want to just be about me. I want to be selfish and self-centered as an ex-people pleaser, because everything nowadays is about getting a man, keeping a man, having a man's baby. And it's just too much. And I'm just getting nauseous just thinking about it. There has to be more to life than just men. And so now that I have decentered men for my life, I find myself actually having a good time. I go out in social settings. The objective isn't to get numbers, to get a man, to get a date. It's just to have great conversation. And I've been enjoying myself. I have. You know, I'm flirting. I'm having amazing conversations, meeting new people, and I'm just keeping it at that. And I like that. I feel in control, and I like how I have this I don't give a fuck attitude, and it's just very freeing. Whereas before, it was all about getting a man and hanging around women that wanted to go out just to get attention and to get a man. And it's just so exhausting. But now I actually go out. I'm actually having a great time. And I like it. I love it here, actually. I'm just tired of these videos. It's a man, it's a woman telling you, get a man, you need a man. You're gonna die alone. And I like being alone. I like it. It's peaceful. And this decentering men thing, I think it's necessary because a lot of women are exposing themselves to like temporary relationships just because they're listening to people online. And I don't know, I think it's kind of cute. I think it's funny because I'm a woman that actually enjoys being alone, right? I enjoy my aloneness. I think it's funny because some women feel like they're one-upping you because they have a temporary relationship. And I'm like, but your relationship is temporary. Even the women with rings, your marriage is temporary. Like, it's not lasting. It didn't last. a lot of women are in situationships, temporary relationships, friends with benefits, temporary relationships. They're just in these temporary relationships because social media is telling them that they need a man, or they should get a man, or hurry up, girl, better get your man before you hit the wall. It's like, it's just too much. And now I have moved to a space where I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And it feels so good because I just don't give a fuck. And nobody is going to force me to give a fuck. And I like it. And another thing, when it comes to this decentering men, I have embraced my masculine. I've embraced my feminine side. I've embraced my light feminine. I've embraced my dark feminine. I've embraced all of myself. And I love that for me.
So while she's throwing that temper tantrum telling you she don't give a F and she just don't give a F and nobody's gonna make her give a F, what is she really doing? So after Real Talk with Yanni does that in her late 20s, early 30s, after she sounds like that, you fast forward another 20 years, and how's Real Talk with Yanni going to be sounding?
For your night.
That's a very pro-woman, amazing, like strong, independent woman. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
I do understand.
I understand what you're saying. Classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1980 something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I'm tired. I've proven myself. And it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friend's independent. These men don't care. Come and save me. Some chic, minus the dookie. Just please come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired, Erica. I don't want to do it no more. Where's my Melania? I want the Melania Trump plan. I'm sick. I've proven myself. Since 1988.
88.
I'm tired. I was 15 out of paper route.
Damn, that's a long time.
72 clients. 30-cent tip for some of you bastards in East Providence, Rhode Island on 2nd Street. I remember I gave you papers 7 days a week, and on Sunday you gave me a 30-cent tip. I'm tired. So I'm glad it worked out for you, but I'm not there.
Being a strong, independent woman since 1988 is a lot, Claudia.
Since Salt and Pepper came out.
That's a lot.
I'm tired.
Damn.
So, yes.
Damn.
Excuse me if I'm a little frustrated. So I envy the girls that got taken off the pole, so to say.
Nobody said nothing about no damn pole.
But metaphorically.
Yeah, nobody said. Well, my point was, because here's the thing. The point was that this is a...
Take off the cape, Erica. We lost the election. We're not doing this anymore.
I'm not...
Soft life. Hookers are winning.
All about...
Hoes are winning. Hookers are in the White House again. First lady, if you will. I'm over it. No one cares. Nobody cares about independence anymore. But I respect it. But they don't.
I get it.
As we don't have the capacity.
So you go from Real Talk with Yanni, you fast forward 20 some odd years later, and you're sounding like that, and you're sounding like, well, what else, Z? What else is she sounding like?
I'm proud of myself. I feel very proud to be able to look in the camera and say, I'm not that strong. Like, I'm fighting for my joy. Every day it's a fight. Every day is I feel like I'm fighting for my life, you know, because I feel like so many people look up and they're counting on me. You know what I mean? I don't feel like no hero.
It's okay, baby. You want to take a second?
I'm not a fucking hero. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm somebody who, I'm a human. I'm flawed. I'm trying to figure this thing out every day. And it just, for me right now, it just seems like it's getting harder and harder. But is it my perception? Is it what I'm putting on it? Is it, you know, when you get into a dark place, you can compound yourself with the darkness, you know, and it's all about your thoughts. And it's like, am I doing this to myself? Is this happening in real time? I'm finally to a place in my life where I just need to, it's like, whoa, everybody stop. I gotta step off.
Thank God you could do
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah, thank God. Can we get a tissue too? I just want to make sure she's okay. Baby, it's crazy because you talk so much about like what we do and that we do it for other people.
Yeah.
And even you sharing your story, I know this is hard. And even as your friend, it's hard. I kind of like want to stop. If after this you had said to me, just so everybody's clear, if after this she says to me, cut it all out, I would cut it all out.
I'm not gonna cut it all out. You know why?
But I'm just saying,
I know, and I feel safe with you is what I'm saying.
Well, just
Yep. And Superstar says they aren't looking for love. They're looking for help. They aren't looking for love. They're looking for help. Thank you for that comment, Superstar. Talking about that. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Huh? Don't also miss what Claudia Jordan said about we lost the election. We lost the election. We tried to put Kamala in there. She was supposed to keep this facade going. She was supposed to keep us being strong, quote unquote, strong and independent, and make sure we had all the BS jobs and all of the, all the social programs so we could still keep sticking our middle finger up at the men, namely the black men. Rich, poor, working class, working poor, it didn't matter. Middle class, it don't matter. So we can still keep on sticking our middle fingers up at them. And she lost. And now even us rich women are out here.
As we don't have the capacity.
Yikes. I'm not going to really make fun of Claudia Jordan. It's not about her, per se. She's a rich woman. She's going to be all right. Claudia Jordan will find somewhere to fit. She'll find somewhere on Fox or Fox Soul, or they'll put her as some type of contributor or whatever. Claudia Jordan will be okay. She's pretty professional. For her age, she's still got some looks about her and whatnot. You know, she could speak well. She's witty, right? I always found Claudia Jordan witty. She is. Right? She knows Trump. She's going to be all right. What about all of the middle class, lower middle class, working poor, and poor black women who don't have the connections that Claudia Jordan has, who doesn't have the money that Claudia Jordan has, but has the mentality that Claudia Jordan has? Oh boy. What about the women? Once again, middle class, lower middle class, working poor, and just poor, who think like Tracee Ellis Ross, but don't have the money, the connections, and the Diana Ross mother that Tracee Ellis Ross has. Okay, fine. Melissa Ford, she's going to be okay. She'll find somewhere to fit, and somebody will put her on a podcast or have her do commentary or have her in some commercial for some product. Melissa Ford would be all-right-ish. She's going to be all right. Maybe one of these lame 60-something-year-old white dudes who used to listen to hip-hop or who listens to hip-hop and was, oh, God, this is Melissa Ford and I'll follow you. Melissa Ford's going to be okay, at least okay. Once again, you're going to say it again, ZZ, you're going to say it again. What about the middle class and the lower middle class and the working poor and the working class and the poor who are not Melissa Ford? What are they going to do when they think like Melissa Ford? When they've been encouraged to think like a Claudia Jordan up until, well, yesterday. when they've been encouraged to think like a Vivica A. Fox up until yesterday, when they've been encouraged to think like a Tracee Ellis Ross up until yesterday, when they've been encouraged to think like a Taraji P. Henson up until yesterday, when they've been encouraged to think like a Kim Foster up until yesterday, huh? What happens when women, black women in specific, have been raised with this mentality?
This is what I tell average looking and below average looking women. If you can't date up, be alone. Life is easier that way. And I know that's controversial. I don't care. I don't care.
Huh? When you push that to poor, working class, lower middle class, and middle class women, namely black women, and yet Trump is now president for the second go around. And he said, yeah, about that social safety net. And by the way, the big beautiful bill is not going to bite y'all in the ass now. Y'all better go read up on it, watch some videos on it. Oh no, that big beautiful bill is going to bite you in the ass right when he's walking out the White House in 2028. They're smart. So some of us have a stay of execution for the next 3-ish years. If you think they're hurting now, black men, you have 3 years to really prepare thyselves. If you think they're hurting now, that's obviously namely black women, but white working class, working poor, lower middle class women, Latina, working poor, working class, lower middle class women, in about 3-ish years, oh boy, prepare yourselves.
As we don't have the capacity.
Huh? They don't have the money for this worldview, but it's been being pushed on them for decades. And yes, shout out to the Raj Report, you have to be held accountable. You have to be held accountable for what you choose to believe in. Yes, with that, we're going to hold you accountable, dear ladies. And most black men, from what I'm hearing, young millennials and Gen Z, they're saying the white boys could come and get you.
Mario, Jorge, Cartwright, Shane Son, we got a thrift store of leftover bitches. They're leftover because apparently it ain't enough niggas is worth a damn. Whatever. Point is they left over. We need you to come pick them up. No instruction manual. Figure it out. Sprinkle some white ice on it. Maybe, I've heard the white ice is colder. Sprinkle some white ice on it. It goes with everything. If you come within the next 24 hours, we'll give you a complimentary book on how to date black women for white men. That's a $4 value.
Oh boy. Huh? The young black men, young millennials and Gen Z, so young adult black men are saying, yeah, nosy. I agree with accountable commentary. Ain't no reach back. If they listen to Tracee Ellis Ross and they cheering her on, if they listen to Melissa Ford and they cheering her on, Melissa Ford, you said you watch gender warring content. Just in case you're listening, I want you to appreciate when these young women are starving. And 3 and 4 today, and 3 and 4 and 5 in a decade, in 3 years, in 4 years, in 5 years, in a decade. I want you to appreciate Mr. Z will put all the onus. Huh? Yikes. I went mute. My apologies, y'all. I'm gonna put all of the onus on Claudia Jordan and Kim Foster, all of them. that encourage these women to sound the way they do now. So when those women are struggling, and you know they're going to be struggling, I'm going to remind us, Mr. Z is saving the clips now. Y'all lucky I wasn't saving the clips 3 and 4 and 5 years ago. Huh? So yes, we're going to hold the women accountable for what they chose to believe in, but we will not forget who is encouraging them. Chrissy, Crystal and Kerosene, Divested Zealot, huh? Cynthia G, huh? Meg Thee Stallion, Glorilla, huh? Yikes. What's that artist name again? Walker, Scott, not Scott, I forgot her first name. Whatever it is, with all the goddamn tattoos, even on her face. Huh? Oh no, we not gonna forget. Oh, that sound nice. So if Claudia Jordan is telling you, yeah, I can't, Summer Walker, thank you, y'all, Summer Walker. If Claudia Jordan telling you, I can't do it no more, or I can do it, I still could maneuver, I don't want to do it no more, it's too much, it's too heavy. And you have the women like Melissa Ford, who's nose deep, forehead deep into the gender war, that keeps on, hold the line, ladies, hold the line. I'll BS for you, Vivica, don't worry, I got it. I'll reinterpret. Huh? Y'all remember when the Taraji thing happened and you saw a lot of black women trying to cop please? No, y'all, she's not saying nothing about no man. She's just having issues, but she's not talking about men. She's not talking about y'all black men. Huh? Then you find out, oh yeah, she had just broken up with her dude during COVID, and yeah, she's struggling. Huh? All types of talk of her buying the Thule to delete herself. Y'all forgot? Come to find out, oh no, that was just a rumor. Okay, yeah, that's it. Y'all forgot? Uh-oh. Huh? Then we hear about the artist from In Vogue. Homeless. Yeah, no man. Huh? So even the rich black women are telling you they can't do it anymore. You gonna read the title for that article again, Z? Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. Oh boy. Huh? Huh? So while you have Chrissy with this type of talk.
This is what I tell average looking and below average looking women. If you can't date up, be alone. Life is easier that way. And I know that's controversial. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month. We are not going to be able to make this work.
And while Lisa Ray's sounding like that, while both of them are sounding like that, how is Claudia Jordan sounding, everyone?
For your night.
That's a very pro-woman, amazing, like strong, independent woman. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
I do understand.
I understand what you're saying. Classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1980 something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I'm tired. I've proven myself, and it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friend's independent. These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic.
Huh? Yikes. Some women can't do it anymore, everyone. They can't do it anymore. They can't with the facade anymore. And they're tired of pretending. For those of you that don't appreciate, let me put this in context. There was a clip of the white dude that's on Kendra G show, the LGBTQ looking white dude. I'm not sure if he is. Anyway, we're gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, and he's pretty much telling the ladies, you know, you can always go to gold digging route, and et cetera, et cetera. And so Claudia Jordan and her other host, who's married, are having a conversation about this. The one who's married is saying, I don't suggest this if you're trying to be serious, if you're trying to do long term, if you're trying to go the distance, right? And she gave a story, right, of her working at a club and men essentially hiring her co-workers, homegirls, for the night, for the weekend, and how unreliable that is and whatnot. Claudia Jordan comes in and says, I get what you're saying, and that's where you see this picks up. I get what you're saying, but look, as a woman who's done this for decades, I'm the end result of you. If I don't get married like you did, the other side is me. And there you go. Yikes. The strong independent thing, staying on your square, the other side of that is me. That's why I keep on saying, Kim Foster, what you're saying sounds nice. It sounds empowering. Huh? Yeah. But in reality, the vast majority of Black women in specific, the women you claim to care about, they can't afford it. What you're saying sounds nice. I told y'all already. These women are using y'all as cannon fodder for their gender war against Black men. Dear everyday Black women, appreciate what you are. You are nothing more than chess pieces for them and their gender war. And they're going to turn around and end up in relationships and end up married, and you're going to be out here struggling. But unlike Taraji, unlike Claudia Jordan, you won't have the money. Unlike Melissa Ford, you won't have the money. You won't have the status. You won't have the connections. So while Melissa Ford is on her gender war thing and she's trying to reinterpret what Vivica said and how it did, if a man said it, all that sound nice. What does that mean for you, everyday Black women? You 40,000, not even 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000. Okay, let's stop it. 80,000. Okay, yeah, that's it. Black women. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. You listen to Lisa Ray and she got you. Yeah, you're right. Then you will turn around and be 60. Sound like Vivica A. Fox,
Talk about what else you're wanting. Are you dating?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm wanting to date.
Yeah.
It's limited resources out there, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not getting on an app.
Why? You're just not into
I'm old-fashioned. I'm like, I need to meet you and sparks happen and stuff like that. Because I just believe people make up stories saying who and what they are.
Yeah, exactly.
And
what are you looking for at this stage, this point?
A partner.
Yeah.
And when I say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's not intimidated by who and what I am. Yeah. That likes to travel.
Yeah.
Gonna let me go shopping.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like you just spoke it into existence.
I hope so, girlfriend.
I feel like you just spoke.
And I'm taking applications. So if you got a friend.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll be all.
And I don't discriminate. He can be. I'm not against different nationalities. Then you know that too.
Okay. Vivica's gonna stick around. She's laying down the law. We got some hot topics coming up.
I told y'all at the end of the day, the goal for these women is some naive white dude. Just some naive white dude with money. Vivica just told you, I don't discriminate. I'm open to all different. Yeah, because the goal now is some older white guy who's just looking to unload his wallet. That's the end goal. That's the end goal for the young white women. That's the end goal for the old black women. Ooh, goddamn, Z. That's the end goal for the Asian women, Southeast Asian and Southeast Asian. The Latinas, the goal here, if all else fails, go sugar babying at whatever age. If all else fails.
In honor of me graduating college this week, I was like, you know what? We're going to rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to check our student loan debt. And I, kind of at a ballpark range, like I knew how much I owed. Not down to like the exact dollar amount. I'm the type of person who gets nervous to check their bank account after a weekend out. So I took a look. I took a hard gander at exactly how much money I owe. I'm gonna die with it. Like I can confidently say there wasn't even like a panic. It was just like my heart sank to my I'm gonna die with it. Like I don't know any way I'm gonna be able to pay that off other than selling my organs on the black market. This is why I don't understand why people shit on sugar babies, because like I could get this all paid off tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but you know what I mean, like within the year. If I just found a rich man and everyone's like, patriarchy, don't work for them. Ask not what you can do for the patriarchy, but what the patriarchy can do for you. If it benefits me, then maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's just a helping hand.
Oh boy, you heard her, and she meant it. Huh? If it benefits me, maybe it's not patriarchy, maybe it's just a helping hand. All women on planet Earth. Huh? All women on planet Earth reserve the right to put the vagina out there. Shout out to Chicago. Put the monkey out there. Huh? At the slight, it don't look like I'm gonna be able to afford that. Okay, let's go. Huh? Let's put the monkey out there. Yikes. Vivica said she can't do it no more. Do I not? Oh, you know what, Z? You forgot the clip with Carrie Hilson talking about this years ago. You know what? I forgot. Yes, fine ass Carrie Hilson. Yeah, y'all heard right. Huh? And shout out to whoever said a few weeks ago, months ago, Melissa Ford was crying too. I need that clip. Send it to my email. Huh? They can't keep up the facade all the time. They can't keep it up. Every once in a while, they're gonna crack. I regret not downloading the clip of Kim Foster cracking a few years ago. They all crack eventually. Huh? Jabari says, so we're quoting Kennedy now? Exactly right. Ask not what you can do for the patriarchy, ask what the patriarchy can do for you, or something like that, she said, right? Exactly. Huh? Exactly. Yikes. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. KMS says in juvenile voice. So you tired, huh? Not the ha. So you tired, huh? Upon that high wire, huh? Benefits about to expire, huh? Hysterical ramen. You want to sit, huh? Finna quit, huh? Well, that what did I say? Well, what that fuck do I get, huh? Huh? And really, after you ask that question, KMS, their answer is,
as we don't have the capacity.
And then the collective of black men's answer is, particularly the younger brothers.
Bye, Felicia.
And what are they going to say after that? After they can't get the technocrats and the social designers to make us pay, shout out to Black Rule, somebody got to pay for these souls. What's the answer after that?
Fair. That is not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? So I guess we know what song we going to be putting in the description box for the replay gang. Shout out to replay gang. Huh? Yikes. We knew they were lying. We knew they were fronting. We knew it. We always knew it. And they've cracked. If you see Claudia Jordan saying this, and for those of us who've been, kind of following her for years now, decades, she was pretty good. She kept the facade up. She never acted like she fully didn't need a man, but her standards, huh? Were all the way up there. They were on the moon. And now, oh boy.
Look at me, look at me. If you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to. Anyway, focus, Medina. Look at.
Huh? Yikes. We know y'all fronting. Y'all don't got it. We know y'all lying. If the rich black women are cracking, huh? If the connected white women are cracking at 50-something, what does the article say again? And oh boy, not the article title, Z. Men, where have you gone? Please come back. So many men have retreated from intimacy because y'all are assholes. Hiding behind firewalls because y'all are assholes who try to weaponize quote-unquote polite society against us. Filters, I know a woman ain't talking about filters. And curated personas, really? Dabbling and strolling, nobody spends more time on social media than women do. Particularly black women in this case, except for Z, of course. Z stays on social media. We miss you. Oh, really? Do you now? Huh? Yikes. And that's a white woman, if I'm not mistaken, saying that. And we already know black women don't have the capacity. Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. We know they don't got it. Huh? Meanwhile, they're being encouraged to stay alone and not get on a black man's program if he's not rich.
This is what I tell average looking and below average looking women. If you can't date up, be alone. Life is easier that way. And I know that's controversial. I don't care. I don't care.
But they always frame it like they're doing you a favor. Like you the broke one, like you're the cheap one, like you don't got it. If you ain't paying their bills, whether you have it or not, then what's the point of you having anything? So they think they could be assholes to every man, including the rich ones. But the poor and working class ones that's still going to be earning more than them, especially over $50,000 a year, they deserve the worst treatment. Ain't that right?
Top tier. Your dick is not equal to my fucking pussies. Point blank period.
His dick ain't equal to your fucking bills neither.
God damn. Look, at the end of the day, I ain't
them bills got your name on it. They don't have his dick name on it.
At the end of the day, I ain't fucking no broke ass nigga. Do what you want with your pussy.
Yeah, you don't have to fuck no broke ass nigga.
Straight up.
Look, you can fuck a nigga that ain't broke. That's not a problem. But just because he ain't paying your bills, don't mean he fucking broke. That mean it ain't his goddamn responsibility. Your bills got your name on it. It don't have his dick name on it.
Okay, you're right. I land my plane.
You see how that mouth tight?
Huh? Uh-oh. Yeah, and it all culminates to Claudia Jordan. Yikes. Even the white women are like, oh, you know what? I kind of feel you. I kind of understand. Now, I'm going to try to play the right one because there's part 1 and part 2, but part 1 really speaks on it. We're going to see if we can get the right one the first time. Even the white women, younger white women, not young, but younger white women, are speaking on the hypocrisy. And these are like the supposed true, real feminists that really mean that full 50-50 equality thing, right? Or at least they pretend like they mean it. We'll see. These are the ones that at least they appreciate what egalitarianism will actually look like in intimate relationship. Hopefully Mr. Z plays the right one the first time. Let's see.
The expectation that a man is going to be your protector is exactly the kind of thing that will turn him away from his own softness. And I'm not saying that that's like her fault specifically, because obviously that man is going to I was like, oh, this is going to make feminism look bad. Welcome to the Bell Hooks Book Club! Just as it was misguided for reformist feminist thinkers to see freedom as simply women having the right to be like powerful patriarchal men, so it was simplistic to imagine that the liberated man would simply become a woman in drag. Yet this was the model of freedom offered men by mainstream feminist thought. Men were expected to hold on to the ideas about strength and providing for others that were a part of patriarchal thought, while dropping their investment in domination and adding an investment in emotional growth. This vision of feminist masculinity was so fraught with contradictions it was impossible to realise. No wonder then that men who cared, who were open to change, often just gave up, falling back on the patriarchal masculinity they found so problematic. The individual men who did take on the mantle of a feminist notion of male liberation did so only to find that few women respected this shift. Once the new man that is the man changed by feminism was represented as a wimp, as overcooked broccoli dominated by powerful females who were secretly longing for his macho counterpart, masses of men lost interest. So I'm very aware that I live in a bit of a bubble with this stuff. The people who I grew up with and the people who I now like to spend time with as an adult are all pretty committed to anti-patriarchal values and principles, like properly. Like most of my female friends genuinely don't want a protector or a provider. They don't want any of the patriarchal stuff. They're not doing this halfway house thing. But like I say, I know that that's a bubble. And I know that if I just look a centimetre past the bubble, I can quite clearly see that there are a lot of women in the world who really uphold this standard of patriarchal masculinity.
The vast majority.
In overt ways and in covert ways. And a lot of these women have kind of melded this with the idea of feminism in a way that I find really annoying. Like a few years ago, I came across this idea for the first time that actually it's feminist to expect the man to pay on a date because men on average earn more than women on average, and women on average spend more on makeup and their looks and stuff, and that's why it's actually good to expect men to pay on a date. And I was really disappointed by that. I really was. I was like, oh, this is going to make feminism look bad. And it just felt so, like, unradical, you know? Like, I to be clear, I'm not a rad fem, I'm not a radical feminist, but I do think all feminism should be radical and should be pushing against the tired gender norms of the 1950s. And these ideas that I find very problematic have been really amplified by social media, and they have become very much associated with feminism, despite the fact that many of us find it quite repugnant. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people who follow feminist values and feminist principles are actually struggling with the label of feminist. It's something I'm definitely grappling with, and I've seen that some people who I'm connected with on social media have posted videos about it. You know, basically saying like it's too hard. It's hard saying I'm a feminist and then having to go, oh, but I'm not a rad fem, and I'm not a TERF, and oh no, I'm not one of those ones that secretly actually upholds patriarchy in XYZ way. It's really difficult. There are some circles in which I would feel really confident saying I'm a feminist because I know what that word means to the people in that circle. But there are so many other circles where I know if I say I'm a feminist, it could mean 20 different things in that circle, and they're not necessarily wrong for thinking that because they're going on the internet and seeing people making these videos and getting hundreds of thousands of likes, you know? And I do think that if we're looking at like the whole of the UK, for example, that yeah, the majority of women do still cling on to patriarchal standards of masculinity. They do want this kind of half and half, you know, a modern man who's emotionally evolved, but also, you know, still having that protector and provider thing. I remember seeing a video a while ago of someone who was upset basically that every man she ever dated kind of laughed at her when she would try and invite them into softness with her. And she was kind of saying, why can't the men in my life embrace softness? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then she said, you know, why can't he be my protector, but also be soft with me? And I really felt for her because for me, from my perspective,
oh boy, that was part one. Yes, we're gonna play part two in a minute. Yeah, what happened? Yes, okay. For argument's sake, we're gonna take her at face value. I know. Z, this is a UK white woman. Z, are you sure about that? For the sake of just for this conversation, we're gonna take her at face value. Just for this conversation, we're gonna pretend like she's not a white woman who benefits from all the things, from all the isms. Right? We're gonna pretend like she don't benefit from all the isms. I know, right? For the sake of conversation, right? With that, what I would argue she misses, what she doesn't consider, what she doesn't appreciate, is that when women come out, this is the part of the conversation that like no one, this is why we stress it over here, especially on Z's channel, that none of these folks like to speak about. This is the part of the conversation, once again, that none of these folks like to speak about. The women don't want to put in the work. They end up sounding like Claudia Jordan. The women don't want to put in the work for the lifestyle. They want a lifestyle. The man is a means to a lifestyle. The men said, I bet, what do I get for it? And that's when the women start equivocating. That's when the women start trying to weaponize feminism. That's when the women start trying to weaponize these lame ass male feminists. That's when the women try to weaponize the institutions. Huh? The women don't want to work 50, 60 plus hours a week for their lifestyle. They don't want to do the blue collar work. Huh? That's why they're fighting for alimony. That's why they're saying, yeah, no, but he's supposed to pay for the first date and the second and the third and forever. That's why you have feminists that sound like hypocrites, because they're hypocrites. Whenever even the supposed well-meaning feminists, the part they don't want to account for is that the women said, yeah, I'll do 45 hours of work in AC offices where I get to sit in the cubicle. Huh? And that's if it's really 45 hours of work. Z, you know they 45 hours of work. She's at the job for 45 hours in the week. Is she doing 45 hours of work? Huh? That's a whole different question, isn't it? Yikes. Whenever we get into this part of the conversation, even the supposed well-meaning feminist, the part that nobody wants to speak about is the women don't want to put in the hours and they don't want to put in the work. That's white women. That's Latinas. That's definitely black women. Definitely white women, honestly. Asian women, nobody wants to put in the work. The women don't want to put in the work and the time. Especially if she's not in a white collar environment. For the lifestyle. She wants her life subsidized. The men said, okay, what do I get for it? So what you're clocking is the hypocrisy, but you're not fully appreciating where the hypocrisy is coming from. They meant it until they didn't. They never meant it. They meant it until they didn't. That's what she's calling out. Huh? You're going to continue to run into this. Huh? And the only people that can truly play that game are some rich men and some upper middle class men. Everyone else, for the most part, can't play this game that way. And you wonder why. Who's the people that are getting married and staying married, Z? Does it track across economic lines of the men? Oops. Huh? Oh, it's the education. Well, the education wouldn't be strongly correlated with the money now, would it? Is it that the men are not likable? Shout out to you, Leisure Miller. Is that the men haven't developed personality? Shout out to you, Leisure Miller, Kim Foster. Is that the issue? Or is it that he just doesn't make enough to be a toxic asshole? Which you would go with, Mary, and bow to. God damn, Z, it's not bowing. And bow to if he earned enough. Cassie done showed us that. Ooh, goddamn, Z, stop it. Stop, Z, stop. Huh? Yikes. All these women find real interesting ways to say the money. No, it's about the education. I just want to know that he hard working and he knows how to stick with it. And the money is that just the indicator is the money. All these women, hey man, if y'all are lightweight, heavyweight on the stroll, just say that and be treated accordingly. But isn't that the problem? Y'all don't want to be seen like that, even though you move like that. Huh? You don't want to be seen like that. Y'all heard what Claudia Jordan said. She said on the strip, did she not? She said, you're no longer on the strip. I'm on the strip. Did she not say that? Uh-oh. What her co-host said. Who's talking about polls? That's how they see it, huh? Yikes!
For your night.
That's a very pro-woman, amazing, like strong, independent woman. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter, like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. I'm tired of the goddamn cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
I do understand.
It's a thankless
I understand
job
what you're
being
saying.
classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1900s and 80 something, and I'm still single.
Now, if you remember, listen to what Claudia Jordan is saying closely. If you remember the movie, shout out to all my Xers and boomers. If you remember correctly, Julia Roberts had a homegirl. Did she not? Wasn't the homegirl the one that introduced her to the game? But Julia Roberts got chose, and she got chose mad early. Did she get chose like within the first night or two? Claudia Jordan is saying so much here. She's saying, we were both on the strip. You're younger than me. You got chose. I didn't. I'm still on the strip trying to get chose. Huh? I'm still trying to get chose. I'm out here. And I'm putting up this facade like I'm okay. And I'm not. And as Mr. Z said, if Claudia Jordan, who's been making money for decades, making big money, Claudia Jordan isn't the biggest name out there, but fine, making big money for decades. If Claudia Jordan, who's been making big money for decades, if she's telling you she's done, now for now, we could see Claudia Jordan literally in another show and she put the facade right back up. But right here, she cracked now, didn't she? Huh? If Claudia Jordan, who's been making big money for decades, says she's over it. She's tired of paying for the Range Rover and her other car, and she's tired of paying for this car note and then the mortgage and the mortgage insurance and the internet and the Wi-Fi and the laptop. Huh? If she's saying that, big money Claudia Jordan, what y'all think the sister that's making $25,000 a year is saying? What about the one that's making 30? What about the one that's making 35? What about the one that's earning 40? What about the one that's earning 45 and 50 and 55 and 60 and 65? Huh? What are they saying? Huh? Can they keep the facade up? What are they saying? Yikes. Huh? Yikes. Part 2.
The expectation that a man is going to be your protector is exactly the kind of thing that will turn him away from his own softness. And I'm not saying that that's like her fault specifically, because obviously that man is going to have had a lot of different influences in his life, but I kind of just felt sad that she didn't see that connective tissue that to me feels quite clear. So anyway, yeah, I do think that most women want this kind of halfway house, definitely over 50%, and I know that some men think it's more like 99.9%. I don't think it's that much. Like, I know that there are huge swathes of women who really embrace a totally anti-patriarchal standard of masculinity, but they do tend to exist in spaces that are on the fringes, right? They're in arts and academia, they're in queer spaces and queer friendly spaces, they're in alternative subcultures, and for most men in, you know, the mainstream, right, like I don't know how to describe it, mainstream men, for most of them there are very real internal and external barriers.
I'm glad you make mention of the external barriers, but correction, ma'am, even in academic spaces those women are full of crap. They don't mean that. Correction, madam, even in academic spaces those women are full of crap. Correction. Huh? No, the women in academic spaces are just as patriarchal aspiring as everyone else. They're full of crap. They talk a good game. They talk a good game. This would be a good time to have that. And you mentioned Bell Hooks. This would be a good time to have that clip with Bell Hooks speaking to Gloria Steinem about Gloria Steinem's ex. And Gloria Steinem was like, he's one of the best men I ever met, but he didn't really earn that much, and he didn't have all the money. And Bell Hooks said, yeah, oh well, you could keep him over there. Exactly. So yes, ma'am, even your academic and your artsy women and they don't mean none of that. You want to know how we know? When Courtney Ryan interviewed those young women, the little hipster ass little white girl, little hipster white girl, and she talking about ranch homes that cost how much? Ooh, goddamn. What type of lifestyle she looking for? Oops. So no, ma'am. Even your artsy women and your academics and the ones that read all the books and can recite all the quotes, when you put their back to the wall, when they're out of college and university and these bills are kicking them in the ass, guess what they start saying? Okay, fine. When they're doing well and they're stable and they can afford their lifestyle with no man, guess what they're saying? Oh yeah, hypergamy. It's hypergamy, but I'm not going to call it hypergamy, because if I don't call it hypergamy, then I won't acknowledge that it's hypergamy, so it's not hypergamy even though it's hypergamy. Oops. Huh? Yikes. Huh? So no, ma'am. The academics and the artsy women, nope. Those women are full of crap too. The majority of them, almost all. And so at least you're honest, and at least in that book, Bell Hooks was being a bit, oh God, see, a bit more truthful about the dynamic that the women are actually advocating for, what they're actually looking for. At least she was a bit honest, and you're being a bit honest here. I don't know how much you really mean it, though. Huh? Yikes. And KW Dawn says, Dwight Howard soon ex wants alimony and half his assets after 6 months of marriage. And there you go. Wow. After 6 months of marriage. And hey, shout out to you ladies. Outside of the business realm, in certain white collar spaces, and I think even that's going to change eventually. If you want to use marriage as the ultimate financial exit strategy, appreciate the men will move accordingly. The women said, I don't care, including the rich men. Okay. Huh? I want all of you technocrats and you social designers to appreciate the men are only responding to your spoiled brat, materialistic, consumerist daughters. Huh? Your daughters have commodified marriage to the nth degree. They have commodified men. Men are nothing but walking ATM machines. And the men said, we got son for that ass. Your little spoiled brat toddlers throwing temper tantrums all over the place, telling us what they not going to do, what they don't want. And she's 20 some odd and 30 some odd and 40 some odd and 50 some odd and 60 some odd years old. We got son for that ass. Shout out to apathy. Shout out to being despondent. Shout out to indifference. Huh? If that's where we are now, fine. And the men will move accordingly. If you raise these little spoiled brats, the men gonna be looking just like Dave Chappelle, clutching his money. Huh? That's what we on? That's what we on. Fine. The men said, I bet. I'll move accordingly. If that's what your daughter is, she break out a fake ass smile just long enough for me to walk her down the aisle, or for you to walk her down the aisle, and for us to say for us to say our I do's. All right, we got some for that ass. Huh? Yikes. Shout out to prenups. Huh? So that's where we are now. So, let me finish up with that part two because I want to speak about this Juicy clip in a minute. Here we
I
go.
was like, oh, this is going to make feminism look bad. The expectation that a man is going to be your protector is exactly the kind of thing that will turn him away from his own softness. And I'm not saying that that's like her fault specifically, because obviously that man is going to have had a lot of different influences in his life, but I kind of just felt sad that she didn't see that connective tissue that to me feels quite clear. So anyway, yeah, I do think that most women want this kind of halfway house, definitely over 50%, and I know that some men think it's more like 99.9%. I don't think it's that much. Like, I know that there are huge swathes of women who really embrace a totally anti-patriarchal standard of masculinity, but they do tend to exist in spaces that are on the fringes, right? They're in arts and academia, they're in queer spaces and queer friendly spaces, they're in alternative subcultures, and for most men in, the mainstream, right? Like, I don't know how to describe it, mainstream men, for most of them, there are very real internal and external barriers between them and those spaces. And so there's a real dilemma, right? Because there are so many men who want/need women in their lives who won't lay patriarchal standards on them, but they don't necessarily want to be in the spaces where those women exist, and nor do those spaces really want them to come in either. And then there's the extra complication of them having a double standard in this area as well. Like, not all, but I think a lot of the men who are very loud online about calling women hypocrites, they're not necessarily doing so because they actually want a less patriarchal world. They just want to point out the hypocrisy, and actually they want quite patriarchal standards of femininity in their relationships. Those are the women that they're attracted to. And like, I think if you gave a lot of these men the choice of, well, okay, either starting tomorrow women will completely forget about patriarchal standards of both masculinity and femininity, or starting tomorrow women will just go back to being tradwives, I think there are an alarming amount that actually would choose that, right? Like, they're pointing out,
and the problem is,
but they're not actually wanting this, even though, in my opinion, they need it. So how do we begin to address this? I don't really know. The thing is, I think we can hold on to some hope that fringe ideas do tend to permeate the mainstream over time. And I think something I would like to see more of,
it's not going to happen,
is the visibility of men who are joyfully living these meaningful anti-patriarchal lives. More visibility of their family dynamics, their work practices. I want to see these men sharing their joy with the world in a way that makes it undeniable. So much of the messaging towards men who are interested in feminism has been, hold other men accountable. And listen, there is truth to that, there's value to that, and there are some men who have done such a beautiful job of that. But for a lot of men, there is this kind of feminist killjoy dilemma where if they start literally killing the joy in their circles of friends, that won't necessarily bring their friends in, right? It might actually just create separation, and then there's no one in that circle doing that work anymore. So I think there needs to also be the option of like not giving lectures, not going down like the feminist killjoy route, but sharing joy, inviting other men into that joy, the joy of being a father to a baby girl, the joy of having a hobby that's a little bit alternative, the joy of being released from the idea of protector and provider, even if you make more money, because actually that is possible. That doesn't have to be the identity. That's what I want to see more of. Male joy, and then inviting other men into that joy.
Yeah, all that sound nice, but if I earn more, yeah, I am the protector and the provider. I'm the protector and the provider, even if I don't earn more. Ooh, Z, you're not supposed to say that. Ooh, Z, you can't say that. I said it. Wait, what? All this weird stuff. You see how she just snuck that in at the end? Huh? Well, you can earn more and not be the protector and the provider of to hell. Oh, nope. You know what we're not going to do. Well, I mean, you can earn more. You just don't have to. Nope. Number one. Number two. The male feminist in the circle, the killjoy thing, that's not the problem. The problem is the problem is you overestimate how many of these women, if I take you at face value, in these alternative spaces, in these artsy spaces, in these academic spaces, actually mean what they say. You're far overestimating how many of those women actually mean what they say. They don't mean it. They're full of crap. Huh? How else do you think you have these stay-at-home mom white mothers, white women stay-at-home mothers, husband pay for everything, and she's a hardcore 10 toes down feminist? Yeah, that sound right. Huh? They don't mean it. Huh? How long did Mackenzie Bezos' second marriage last? Ooh, goddamn, Z. Huh? How long did that second marriage to the teacher last? He's a teacher. I'm assuming teacher, white man. Borderline kind of looks like Jeff Bezos himself because she got him printed on. I would guess that means he knows how to speak and he's patient and he's understanding. And it lasted all of 5 seconds. Because the women don't mean it. Huh? The rich women don't mean it. The poor women don't mean it. They don't mean it. The academic women don't mean it. The artsy women don't mean it. The non-threatening women don't mean it. The women that don't seem like gold diggers, they don't mean it either. Ooh, goddamn. The hipster women don't mean it. The alt women don't mean it. They don't mean it. Huh? You send Henry Cavill in the room with money falling out of his pocket, and let's see if the women really mean it. Okay, fine. They're not all into plain Jane white dudes. You send Michael B. Jordan in there with money falling out of his pocket. Let's see if the women don't really. Let's see if they really mean it. Let's see if they mean it. They don't mean it. All that sound nice. The women don't mean it. All that anti-patriarchal talk sound nice. The women don't mean it. And like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. And Trell says, and thank you for the super chat. I did not forget about you two that put the first super chats in. I'm going to read them in a minute. And Trell says, share my joy with other men. Negro, you gay. I don't actually have the clip. I should have had the clip. I don't know why I don't have it. Shout out to the Boondocks. And yeah, no, it's okay. You want to show your joy and family life, and you're not disappointed because you're about to have a girl. Meanwhile, show the clip of the women crying because they found out they're about to have a boy during the gender reveal. So there's that. No? Yikes. Show your joy. Huh? The whole feminist framing of men and women is so awkward. Is it really the men saying, no, man, you got to find your happiness without her, without a woman? Or is it the women saying, no, you got to make sure you're fairly healed first and you seek therapy and you went to school and you got your education and you're fully formed and you're damn near perfect. And then you meet a man who's on your level or above and he earns more because you know you're going to be the one to contribute in the house. You're going to be the one to raise the kids. You're going to be the one to clean it. Is that the men saying that or is that the women? Who's the one who's killing joy unless you fit into this very perfect, narrow box? Who's the one? Huh? Joy. I guess one sex could talk about joy when the other sex is subsidizing them. Ooh, goddamn Z. Huh? You could talk about joy, and then we start putting what it costs to be you on your shoulders fully. Huh? Then you start sounding like Claudia Jordan out here. It's easy to talk about joy until you got to fund your life fully by yourself. In this harsh-ass, shark-infested, neo-colonial, white southern state-ass America. I don't know about Britain. Y'all murked off the Celts and whatnot. Huh? All of that sound nice. And then you fast forward 20 and 30 some odd years and y'all end up sounding like this.
For your night.
That's a very pro-woman, amazing, like strong, independent woman. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter, like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
I do understand.
I understand
what
what
you're
being
saying.
Classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1900s and 80 something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I am tired. I've proven myself. And it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friend's independent. These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie. Just please come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired, Erica. I don't want to do it no more. Where's my Melania? I want the Melania Trump plan. I'm sick. I've proven myself. Since 1988.
At 88.
I'm tired. I was 15 out of paper route.
Damn, that's a long time.
72 clients. 30-cent tip for some of you bastards in East Providence, Rhode Island on 2nd Street. I remember I gave you papers 7 days a week, and on Sunday you gave me a 30-cent tip. I'm tired. So I'm glad it worked out for you, but I'm not there.
Being a strong, independent woman since 1988 is a lot, Claudia.
Since Salt and Pepper came out.
That's a lot.
I'm tired.
Damn.
So yes.
Damn.
Excuse me if I'm a little frustrated. So I envy the girls that got taken off the pole, so to say.
Nobody said nothing about no damn pole.
But metaphorically.
Yeah, nobody said. What my point was, because here's the thing. The point was that this is a...
Take off the cape, Erica. We lost the election. We're not doing this anymore.
I'm not...
Soft life. Hookers are winning.
All about...
Hoes are winning. Hookers are in the White House again. First lady, if you will. I'm over it. No one cares. Nobody cares about independence anymore. But I respect it, but they don't.
I get it.
And Detro says, no one is impressed but other women. Well, no ish. Look, women are listening. Claudia Jordan be listening to some of this gender war back and forth also, this gender back and forth also. She's in the know. She been knowing. We're not saying that to down your accomplishments, ladies. We're saying you don't get to be an asshole, mean, rude, snarky, combative, and then do what men do and slap your, I guess in this place, it won't be slap your peen on the table, it'll be slap your clit on the table and say, all right, now who gonna eat it? What? Huh? The women really think they could have moved like men. And how is that looking for them right now? Ooh, goddamn. I have what you have. Don't you want to be a power couple? No. Ooh, damn. Why? Why, ladies? Why do you think that is? Because the men said, if you're not going to defer to me, then to hell with your money. If I don't run this, to hell with your money and your status. You're going to meet some men that's going to do the power couple thing. I'll see y'all in divorce court. Most of y'all won't last. Huh? The men know how this work, including the elite men. The elite men just need you so that he can get promoted. Ooh, goddamn. Huh? Wait, you thought he wanted to be with your shrewd, calculating, conniving ass? Okay, yeah, that's it. That's why he got a side chick. Damn, Z, stop it, Z, stop. The ladies, you can't take everything off the table, Z. The ladies need some type of hope, Z. They gotta believe some part of the fairy tale princess narratives. Huh? Once again, Dejro says, no one is impressed but other women. Well, no ish. And you know what? As much as we were saying that to them, they thought it was just us supposed loser men. Us losers. How would we know? We don't earn enough anyway. We're not going to be in their circles anyway. What did the homegirl say? $70,000. I don't move in those circles. I don't know those people. Everybody I know, everybody in my phone, everybody I can call, people I talk to on a daily, that like I don't know those people. Yeah, and that means the men you do know and that are in your circles haven't put a wedding ring on your finger yet. You want to know why? Because we all think the same. The white ones, the black ones, the Latinos, the Asians, the South Asians, the Southeast Asians, the indigenous. We all think the same. The poor, the working class, the lower middle class, the upper middle class, the rich, the elite. We all think the same. Some of us are just better at pretending than others. Ain't that right, consciously? Ain't that right, FD? We all think the same. You want to know why? The second FD started making enough money, what did he do with his wife? Made his wife a stay-at-home mother? Ooh, goddamn. We all think the same. All these men popping crap. Consciously? Foreign? Huh? What happened? You want to know why we all think the same? Because all of the women are full of crap and hypocrites, minus one or two. We know when them bills start kicking you in the ass. See, when mom and dad, yes, these parents are paying for their daughters, some sons, up until they're in their 40s and 50s, up until mom and dad pass away. Huh? Okay, fine. When mom and dad start pulling them bills off of you, or off of them and putting them back onto you as an adult, yeah. What happened to all that strong and independent? What happened? Now you got to come out here with the men and negotiate. And the women said, I ain't negotiating. And the men said, I bet. Huh? And once the men start saying, I bet.
Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? Once them ladies are sitting on 100 and 200 and 300 and 400 and 500 and $700,000 in student loan debt, and the men are like, who's supposed to help you pay that off? I ain't doing it.
Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? Once the women have developed the worst personalities on the planet, they're sassy little mean, snarky, rude assholes. And they thought they were going to do their power couple thing with one of these lameoids in college and university. And those men said, yes, thank you, but no, thank you.
Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? They fall for one of their co-workers. They're a nurse or even a doctor, and they making good ass money. And they get it in the janitor's closet with their coworker. They're making good. She's making good money. She's making $250,000 a year. Her coworker, who's also a doctor, he's making more than her. He's making $350,000. And they've been smashing in the janitor's closet for 6 months, and that's all they doing. And he refused to make it any more than that.
Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? Yikes. You're a nurse. You're a little Latina nurse. You're a Filipina nurse. You all are 5'3". You slim. You're cute. Huh? And Brad, the lead doctor, 6'3", chiseled chin. He be tossing you up Melvin style in that janitor's closet. But he's never ever asked to do anything more than that.
Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? Yikes. Huh? We know, ladies, we know. You a slim chocolate, gorgeous. Huh? Jodie Turner-Smith looking. Lupita looking. What's the slim, dark comedian sister name? She used to rock the baldy, now she got the fro. You looking like that. Sashaying around the office. And the white lead attorney putting all type of wood in you. And you're hoping one day, and he's not married, so you don't got to worry about Miss Cartwright. You're hoping to be Miss Cartwright. And he just refuses to do anything more with you than bend you over his desk in his office. And you good with it, but you want more. And he refuses.
Fair. That's not fair! That is not
Janab Johnson. Yeah, I hope I pronounced her name right. That's the one. Yep, that's the one. Thank you, Indigo. That's the one. You looking like that, sashaying through the office. Slim Chocolate. He loved him a Slim Chocolate, even though his ex-girlfriend was white, and even though his future wife gonna be white. But he loved him or you. He know he could always have a woman like you as a side chick. He know you going. Yikes. Z, you exposing too many women of color, Z. You done talked about the Filipinas, all in LA getting smashed out by their white doctors. Ooh. You talking about the Slim Chocolate sisters from Jamaica, from Haiti, that might actually be ADOS getting smashed out once again by the white doctors. Ooh. What about Consuela? Huh? She cute. She got a little bubble butt. She looking like J-Lo. Huh? She looking like J-Lo. And he worked with her. The only difference is they're blue collar. But somehow she's still fit. And he put an all type of wood in her, but he just refuses to really take her seriously. And it's not fair, right?
Fair. That is not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? Now, he actually introduced her to his boys. But ever since then, all he does is smash. She thought she was climbing up the ladder, and he introduced her to his boys, and then she thought eventually he would introduce her to his family, and that would pretty much make it official. And eventually he gonna say, yeah, you my girlfriend, or he gonna say you my girlfriend, and then he gonna introduce her to his family. And ever since about 3 months ago, when he introduced her to his friends, it pretty much stayed where it is, which is smash it in the car on lunch break. And it never elevated more than that.
Fair. That is not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? Ladies, you cost too much. You are too delusional. See, we hate when you say they cost too much. No, they're delusional, but they don't cost too much. No, let them have that. Oh, you can't afford me. You right. You right. Huh? Yikes. Huh? No, y'all can have that, ladies. And Gilgami says, and thank you for the super chat. I wish I could find a man to swoop in like superhero and save me from, work, kind of like Captain Save a Me. Crystal, like the champagne. Oh, man. But that's what the ladies are saying. They're literally saying that. They're saying that in a bunch of different ways, but that's what they're saying. Huh?
You can't send me no money for my hair. You can't send me no money for my nails. You can't give me no money for no food. You can't give me no money on my rent. You can't give me no money on my car note. Can't give me no money on my car insurance. Can't give me no money on my phone bill. Can't give me no money on my light bill. Can't give me no money on my gas bill. All you can give me is dick. Bitch, get the fuck away from me. That's all I want to hear is you get the fuck away from me, bitch. Because I don't want to hear shit if you can't do shit for me. Fuck, I like out here just giving my coochie up and you can't do nothing for me? You can't buy a bitch nothing to eat? Let's be for real, like, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, nigga. Move the fuck on and move the fuck around because I'm ready to move on and move the fuck around, too. Like, you say to me, oh, can I get some coochie? No, bitch, can I get some money? Fuck. So I gotta pay for cat? Yes. Yes, at this point, this pussy is for sale, bitch. You want some of it, you gotta give some money for it. I need nails, I need hair, I got bills, bitch.
Oh, boy. Huh? Yeah, what y'all thought? Huh? They're all begging in different ways.
Niggas be so quick to let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a trip. Pay a fucking bill. Pay a bill. Pay a goddamn bill.
Always begging. Damn.
Can we get on the phone? No, get on the phone with billing. Don't talk to me. Talk to billing.
Huh? Oh no, y'all already know. Mr. Z got way more of that.
I'm submitting to no man that expect me to go 50-50. You want your wife to bear your children, cook, clean, work enough hours to handle big bills, and take care of you? You expecting me to pay big bills, baby? I'm gonna want some bussy when I get off of work. Fuck is you talking about? Bend that ass over. Let that bussy breathe. This what you wanted, right? 50-50, right? And I do mean assume the position when I get off of work. As soon as I get off of work, that ass better be tooted up. As soon as he get up off me, I'm gonna look at him like, my turn. My turn. I'm making this as a PSA to any man that ever thought he had a chance with me or any man that wants a chance with me. If you like 50-50, stay where you're at, baby, because this mouth is only going to get more egregious. I promise you that. I'm paying these big bills and you think I'm not about to be talking to you out the side of my mouth? Watch this. Watch this.
Yikes. When the bills start hitting them upside the head, they start dry begging. That's for the black women. They start unofficially sugar babying. Huh? Yeah, it's real. You better believe it. Terrell said, don't go there, Z. I ain't gonna play Munchkin, ain't no reason. I'm not gonna play her. Hysterical. Right? And Vince's Dear White Zaddy, Riley voice. Right? And we got something for White Zaddy. White Zaddy could come and pick up all of them. Dear White Zaddy, come get all of these women of color that's full of crap, that's 1 foot in and 1 foot out feminist and 1 foot in and 1 foot out patriarchy. As Mr. Z says, patriarchy by feminist specifications. Huh? All of those. Particularly the black ones.
Mario, Jorge, Cartwright, Shang Tsung. We got a thrift store of leftover bitches. They're leftover because apparently it ain't enough niggas is worth a damn. Whatever. Point is they left over. We need you to come pick them up. No instruction manual. Figure it out. Sprinkle some white ice on it. Maybe, I've heard the white ice is colder. Sprinkle some white ice on it. It goes with everything. If you come within the next 24 hours, we'll give you a complimentary book on how to date black women for white men. That's a $4 value.
Huh? So to the white guys, as the women, certain women of color write you their letter, Dear White Zaddy. Huh? You can go handle that. Right? And thank you for the super chat, Vince. Thank you for the super chat. And Chef Butter Biscuit says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. If she slides me some extra fries in my Chick-fil-A meal, then we can work something out. Hysterical. I'll say this. I want to prepare us and to warn us. If Claudia Jordan is sounding the way she does, or sounding the way she is right now, be prepared for your average woman. We already knew your average black woman ain't have it. But she was being subsidized just enough for her to keep up the facade. So Mr. Z prediction, oh boy, Mr. Z pulling out the crystal ball, is the women are going to be begging in a bunch of different type of ways. I want black men in specific to be careful going to their house, trying to meet up with them, pulling up on them on the corner. They're going to be on jack moves and setup moves. Y'all heard me right. Yes, even the white women, but definitely the black and Latina women from around the way. Huh? They're going to be fake smiling with you. Huh? Black men, you have to be prepared for all these struggling ass, starving ass women to see you as a rescue plan. They are not looking for love. They are looking for help. As Superstar said. They are not looking for love. They are looking for help. And a lot of them are going to be looking for help. Some of them are going to be better at pretending like that's not what it is. Some of them are going to be better at keeping up the facade. Some of them are doing a bit better than the others financially, so she could put up the facade a little bit better than the others. Some of them are not going to be as aggressive. But even for the ones that's doing, this is the thing. A lot of these women are living beyond their means. So she's making a good 70. She's making a good 70, 65, but she's living beyond her means. She still needs to be subsidized. This is where you, Mr. $90,000 man, come in. This is where you, $100,000 man, comes in. This is where you, Mr. 120, Mr. 150, that's where you come in. You see, don't say it. She's making a good 75. This is where you come in, Mr. 60,000. God damn, see, she gonna mess with the 60,000. I'll put money on it. I ain't saying she gonna be happy with it, but if you look good enough, she going. Huh? If you tall enough, she going. Because yeah, you make 55 and you make 60 and you make 65 and she makes 75. But your lifestyle is 50,000. She can afford that. She can afford to take that extra 5 off of you. That little 5 you had in savings, oh, that's gone now. Yeah, you make 65, but you're able to put 10 grand up a year. You're a minimalist. That 10 grand, oh yeah, that's gone. That 10 grand a year, it's hers now. Her 75 just became 85. And she's still gonna be an asshole. She gonna woo you in the beginning though. Goddamn, Z, you describing like half of men's lives right now. Half of men in America, that's what it just happened to them. Oops. It wouldn't even be the end of the world. It's pretty damn bad still. If she wasn't gonna break up with you in 2 years. She wasn't gonna divorce you in the next 7 years. Y'all been together for 2 years. You asked her to marry you. Y'all be married for 4, 5, 7 years, and then she filed for divorce. God damn, Z, you just described half of these brothers' lives just now. Whoops. Huh? Oh yeah, Weird Becky and Maria too. Oh yeah, they need to be subsidized too. I already said it. For every black woman that say they're not gonna settle, shout out to you because Maria and Becky said, I'll take it. Huh? Maria and Becky said, I'll take. For Maria and Becky, if they can't get the Latino guy and they can't get the white guy, they'll go for the black guy. And for a few of them, the black guy was #1 on the list anyway. Huh? Yikes. We already know what it is. Shout out to all the black women. You could keep up that poker face, no pun. Huh? The white women got something to say about that.
The black kings get divorced, and then what happens? They're like, F it. We're moving on. Snow bunnies are going to clean me right out. So the snow bunnies get on top of things, and they mix, and they have this beautiful baby, and the process continues. So I do find that black kings often go to black queens first, and then they're like, snow bunny time. They'll either divorce them, dump them, and then move on. Swiftly move on. And they'll feel all cleansed, you know? Right. Anyway, on that note, do you like my nails? They're very Christmassy. It's almost Christmas. Divorce season's round the corner, which means snow bunnies warm in January. Yes.
Women willing to go. Not all. A sizable amount though. They'll go. Huh? So now Claudia Jordan's in her 50s. And she couldn't keep up the facade. Not in that clip anyway. Now, once again, we don't know how long that's going to last. She could switch up on us tomorrow. We already know how this goes. But at least right there, yeah, she couldn't do it anymore. She couldn't fake the funk right there. She said she was tired. Oh. And how many black women is that their case? How many women is that the case? Namely black women.
For your night. That's a very pro-woman amazing, like strong, independent women. But might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly? Are they better looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter, like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape. Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
I do understand.
It's a thankless job being classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1900s and 80 something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I am tired. I've proven myself, and it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friend's independent. These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie. Just please come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired, Erica. I don't want to do it no more. Where's my Melania? I want the Melania Trump plan. I'm sick. I've proven myself since 1988.
At 88.
I'm tired. I was 15 out of paper route.
Damn, that's a long time.
72 clients. 30-cent tip for some of you bastards in East Providence, Rhode Island on 2nd Street. I remember I gave you papers 7 days a week, and on Sunday you gave me a 30-cent tip. I'm tired. So I'm glad it worked out for you, but I'm not there.
Being a strong, independent woman since 1988 is a lot, Claudia.
Since Salt and Pepper came out.
That's a lot.
I'm tired.
Damn.
So yes.
Damn.
Excuse me if I'm a little frustrated. So I envy the girls that got taken off the pole, so to say.
Nobody said nothing about no damn pole.
But metaphorically.
Yeah, nobody said what my point was, because here's the thing. The point was that this is a
take off the cape, Erica. We lost the election. We're not doing this anymore.
I'm not
soft life. Hookers are winning.
All about
Hoes are winning. Hookers are in the White House again. First lady, if you will. I'm over it. No one cares. Nobody cares about independence anymore. But I respect it, but they don't.
I get it.
You know it's bad when she remembers the year. I bet you she remembered the month. She said since 1988, I've been doing this on my own essentially since 88. And other homegirl ain't making no better. She said, damn, that's a long time. These women ain't built for it. Shout out to Jason Black. He said it a few times on his streams. These women ain't built for it. They're not built for the long haul of paying for all of this on their own. And the more life they bite off, no pun, and the more expensive their life is and to maintain their life. So yeah, you see her, listen to what Claudia Jordan just said. Yeah, you see her with the Range Rover and she got this other expensive car and she mortgaged this and that. The more they bite off, the more of life to stun on other women. Huh? The more life they bite off to stun on other women, and in the black community, black men, and to try to show elite black men, look, this is my lifestyle. So just make sure when you come over here, they didn't say if, they said when, because for them it's a win, not an if. Then they end up like Claudia Jordan. When you come over here, just understand I can provide myself with this lifestyle. So you better be able to provide me with this lifestyle or better. And all the rich elite men and all the celebrity men said, yeah, see about that. The women think they're slick when they do Mr. Z is always cracks up with this. Well, you know, I'm not like the other women. See, the other women, they're asking for what they can't provide for themselves. I can provide it for myself. And Mr. Z always says this, wait for it, and wait for it. So in other words, to the elite men, you and the other chick ain't no different. You and the young lady working at Walmart ain't no different. She's actually might be cheaper. She might be actually easier to impress. You think that's a negative. It's not. Not for men, it's not. Oh, she never seen anything. And that's a bad thing to the men because she ain't never been nowhere. And that's a bad thing to the men because no. You think the elite man belongs to you and y'all are natural partners. The elite man didn't say that. Oops. Uh-oh. You said that. The elite man didn't corroborate that. Oops. You're trying to do a power couple thing. And if he's in certain spaces where it requires that, then yeah, you might be chose. But if he's in spaces that don't require that, then guess what? Oops. Huh? Yikes. And Detroit says they be smiling right at your face, OJ's. And the song just popped up. Well, I guess we get the next reference track going in the description. Shout out to the replay gang. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Shout out to the replay gang. Huh? And Damien says, how long the show been on? Looking for the Mr. Z spam count. No, this is not spam. What do you mean? Somebody else is streaming it with my account? I'm guessing that's what you're saying. Not 100% sure. Need clarification, please, and thank you. Right? And once again, thank you for the super chat, Damien. Thank you for the super chat. Right? Gilgami says, Gilgami is way funnier in the comments than he is. See, when Gilgami comes up here with his heavy-ass accent, Gilgami's very serious and very structured, but he be cutting up in the comments. It'll be shout out to Passport OG, shout out to Dr. Thunder, shout out to Gilgami. They be cutting up in the comments. Very serious men, right? When you talk to them, when they're on the streams, right? When they're on the panel, very serious, especially Gilgami. When they in the comments, though, oh man. Huh? Gilgami says, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a bill. What's that in there? Right? Dun, 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 dun.
Could have saved your child.
Huh? Women of color to white men. Huh? Yikes. Indica already know. You hate to see it. Oh, they struggling. Oh, it's real. And KMS says, Claudia Jordan, a self-proclaimed Blade Runner, hysterical, getting boxed out by the cute chick that work at the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A is cold work. I'm saying. Right? And like, have y'all seen younger Claudia Jordan? I find her very attractive. Even Claudia Jordan, when she was in her early 40s, Mr. Z was like, yeah. Even in her early 40s, Claudia Jordan, bad. Right? And Claudia Jordan's mixed, right? Black, Italian mix or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Very attractive. Witty. But Corey Holcomb tried. I watched it, Claudia. I should have clipped it out to play it here. I watched Corey Holcomb say, hey, you better stop paying for these dudes. Claudia Jordan told you she done bought rims for the specimen of a man. So let's be very fair. Claudia Jordan has paid for peeing, essentially. She has subsidized dudes. But Corey tried to tell her, hey man, you trying to pay for these super good looking dudes, hoping you're gonna put them on. By the way, Mr. Z is not actually opposed to it. Mr. Z ain't opposed to, hey, if you're an elite woman, you gonna pay for peeing, more than likely. But Claudia Jordan wanted the specimen of a man and she wanted to pay for peeing. All right, cool. But clearly it hasn't worked. How many times she's tried it? Corey Holcomb tried telling her this on RMC years ago. Mr. Z watched it. When Corey was in the storage unit, when he used to film with Bobby Glanton Smith and with Zoe and Darlene, and I don't know if that was the one. Was Freeze Love there yet? Did Freeze Love start making his appearance yet? I'm not 100% sure. Claudia popped up again. They spoke. Claudia used to have her own show on RMC with a bunch of other women. Claudia been struggling and been talking like, well, not like this, not like she's in the struggle and she's looking for men, but Claudia been on the quote unquote relationship conversation for over a decade, easy. When she had her own show with the other women on Fox Soul, Mr. Z, I remember all of them. This is an old conversation for her. You should have been had the wedding ring. You should have been married with 2-3 kids by now. You forgot Z, she's a Hollywood chick. Okay, 1 or 2 kids by now. At least 1. Huh? You was in the spaces, and you still are, with all the elite dudes. And Claudia's not only known by black men in those spaces in Hollywood. She know Donald Trump, like really know him. Huh? You should have been off the market with some dude. Didn't she used to be one of the presenter women or whatever the hell on Price is Right or whatever, one of them game shows? Come on, man. You was on the show with Donald Trump. You was on one of those shows with the Price is Right or whatever, one of them. Huh? The Apprentice is the one with Donald Trump. You was in spaces with Jamie Foxx, Zoe, Corey, Speedy. Huh? What the hell? Didn't Claudia Jordan move to Atlanta for a little bit too? Wasn't she on one of them Real Housewives or whatever the hell? Was that Claudia Jordan? Man, look. Oh boy. Claudia, you should have been off the market. You've been around the white guys. You've been around the small hats. You've been around the black dudes. And you're attractive enough and you have the shape enough to have gotten snatched up by any one of the well-off, small hats, white guys, black guys. When is it you? It's the same thing with Claudia Jordan is nothing but Ebony K. Williams' older sister. And they look like they could be related on top of that. Claudia Jordan and Ebony K. Williams are sisters, I promise you. And they both out here struggling. It's just one of them decided to go get the test tube baby. Claudia Jordan is nothing but Ebony K. Williams' older sister. That's it. Huh? Dear ladies, black women especially, Ebony's another one. Except she's a millennial. And Claudia Jordan is an Xer. In Mr. Z's world, their dad had a thing for women, for a certain looking type of woman, and that's why they end up pretty much looking similar and having similar stories. In Mr. Z's fictitious world. Their outcomes are very similar though. Right? Minus the test tube baby for Claudia. Huh? Yikes. So yes, Claudia getting beat out by no pun, getting beat out by the woman, the young lady at Chick-fil-A. Huh? Shout out to all of you that like cougars. Y'all can go ahead over there. No? Just was that last year Claudia was talking crazy? And I don't want to be with this man, and these men be talking like this, and then they be having to do that and that. You just were talking like that like last year. You were just speaking like that last year. Now you're talking like this. Yeah, the facade had been cracked, right? At least for this minute. At least for a minute, that facade cracked. She couldn't keep up the BS. Yeah, that's what we thought. Dear ladies, I just want you to know, especially in the black community, dear black women, we know you lying, right? We know you ain't keeping up the facade just for us. We know you're trying to keep up the facade for the white women and the white men, especially the white men. We know. Huh? Dear Vivica, we know. Dear Claudia Jordan, we know. Dear Melissa Ford, we know. Huh? Dear Regina Hall, we know. We know. Tracy Ellis Ross, we know. Lisa Ray, we know. Huh? Yikes. You imagine, bro, You imagine looking like Claudia Jordan in her 20s and even in her 30s, and you haven't been married, and you got the nerve to sound desperate now in your 50s? Black men, you imagine looking like Claudia Jordan? And dear women, if you want to know why men sound the way, black men in particular, sound the way we do, when a Claudia Jordan starts sounding desperate, we all give a collective eye roll. When Claudia Jordan and Ebony K. Williams, see, Tracy Ellis Ross, that's different. She's been a spoiled rich brat her whole life. But when you look like, when you are a Claudia Jordan and an Ebony K. Williams, you full of crap because you started off down here with all the rest of us. Tracy Ellis Ross, been rich, born rich. She's just a spoiled brat in a 50-something-year-old woman's body. She's still the 7-year-old spoiled brat. But for Ebony and for Claudia, huh? For K. Michelle, oh, you thought we forgot. We didn't forget. Huh? Oh, no, you started off in the trenches. Or maybe you might have been lower middle class. Middle class. Okay, fine. Oh, no, there's a lot of y'all that came up from regular, humble beginnings, regular, normal-ass middle class, working poor. And Ebony was married and then divorced, dude, because of money. And that's what we thought. Huh? Lisa Ray and all of you. Vivica and all of you. Oh, no, y'all don't get to complain to us. Mr. Z ain't gonna get his 5 shekels in. But we as a collective, oh, yeah, oh, no. Oh, yeah. The laughs, oh, yeah, you better believe it. Huh? And why not? Huh? I want to make sure I didn't miss any of you guys. Super chat. Okay, making sure. All right. Right? I'm just reading some of you guys' comments. That's sad, y'all. J. Mar says she's been married before. Who? Claudia? I know Ebony's been married before. I didn't know Claudia was married before. Which only makes it worse, by the way. Melissa Ford, another one. Melissa Ford, you better don't say, hey, bro. Melissa Ford, another one, boy. Hey, y'all, bro, man. Hey, put me on Joe Budden. Put me on Joe Budden show. I got something for Mark Lamont Hill. Shout out to respect Dr. Mark Lamont Hill. And I got something for Melissa Ford. They're gonna drop me out of there. They might stomp me out in the back room. Huh? Mr. Z gonna be sounding like the Iranian not Iranian, the Iraqi buddy after he threw the shoes at George W. Bush. Huh? Y'all gonna hear Mr. Z in the background. Ow! Ow! Huh? You put me up there with Mark Lamont Hill and Melissa Ford? No, Mr. Z not gonna be cursing nobody out. Mr. Z not gonna be insulting anyone. But the backstory and the history, and especially if you give Z enough warning. Hey, would you like to join our panel? We're gonna be here and we're gonna fly you out, and here's the hotel, and we're gonna pay this, and this is how much. And I got time to prepare. Oh yeah, you better believe it. So J. Morris says Claudia been married too. Huh? Oh, Claudia been married? Oh man. So both have been married, and neither one of them, at least, well, Ebony got the test tube baby to show for it, and it's a baby girl, huh? Which means she selected for a baby girl more than likely. I put money. The doctor asked her, "Do you want it to be a boy, a girl, or do you want to just leave it up to chance?" I put money. She said a girl. I put money. She didn't say a boy or leave it up to chance. I put money. Even if she say, "Oh, I left it up to chance," I want to talk to that doctor. Oh yeah, confidentiality, HIPAA. The doctor won't say. I put money. She selected for a girl because none of these women want to raise a black boy in America. None of these women want to raise a black. Hey, Kim Foster don't want to raise no black boy. She told you, if I have a boy, we're gonna put him in Kumon. Yeah. You want to know why? Because you want to know who's gonna be punching you and your son in the face. The same feminism you advocate for. The same thumb on the scales for you that you advocate for. Yeah, if you have a son, a black son on top of that, oh, that's gonna be punching him right in the face. Now you're gonna see what social dominance order means. Your little intersectionality, you're gonna see what that look like. Raising a son, a black son in America. None of these women want to. No black woman that's on this kick want to have a son. None of these black feminists want to have a son. Because then they're gonna have to run right smack dab into hypocrisy of what they advocate for. All that sound nice, and now you have a son. Now you have a grown black man navigating this world with shark ass feminists, like you, but younger. Huh? Now your son is gonna have to run into the hypocrisy of you, but younger. Huh? And Line says having a son is a front row seat to misandry. And none of the women want to run into the hypocrisy of all the crap they've been talking and advocating for. Huh? And Kim Foster thinks she's slick. When she was speaking about if she was to have a son and putting him in Kumon, essentially what she was saying is I have to try to insulate him. And if we know it, Kim Foster know it. The 70% of upper class black boys that come down to working class, if we know that statistic, Kim Foster know it too. And she said, I'll be damned if I have a son. I'm gonna insulate him from all of this crap. The same type of stuff that I advocate for the thumb to be on the scale for me as a black woman. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure that my son don't have to eat what that looks like for him. That's all she said in a different way. Huh? Exactly. And Black Widow says, Shonda Rhimes proudly proclaimed she selected to make and raise females. None of these women, none of these black women want to deal with raising a black son. All of these rah black feminists, none of them want a son, which speaks to their sexism and misandry, but also speaks to none of them want to have to run into the hypocrisy of the stuff that they advocate for. The Shonda Rhimes, in her weird backwards way, is telling you, yeah, I know what I advocate for, and I don't want to have to raise a son, a black son, so I have to run into what I advocate for and what it actually costs black men. I don't want to have to run into what it costs black men. I don't want to have sleepless nights every time my teenager goes out. My teenage son. Huh? I understand racism, white supremacy sits on black men's shoulders, even though we women keep on talking about intersectionality. But I don't want to actually have to see what it costs black men and black boys and a black male teenager, a young man. I don't want my son to be the one that gets stopped by the police officers. I don't want my son, ooh, Z, you about to say it. I don't want my son to be Cosby's son. Ooh, goddamn. Z, you said that out loud. Huh? Uh-oh. I don't want my son to even be Diddy's son. Huh? Uh-oh. Yeah. These women don't want to have even Y'all forgot what's her face? Gail. Even Oprah she worries about Gail's son. Yeah, what happened? Even Oprah says she worries about Gail's son. Huh? Yeah, what happened? These women are not dumb, y'all. Especially the Kim Fosters, the Shonda Rhimes, the Oprahs. They're not dumb. They're full of crap. They're not dumb or slow. They know what it costs black men. They just don't want to deal with it. They don't want to have to come to face with that cost of how they've advocated against black men and boys for decades. That's why they don't want to have sons. If they get to select for a child, they're going to select for a black girl 9 times out of 10 because they do not want to have to raise a black son and have to deal with the consequences of white racism and black feminism. They don't want to have to deal with coming face to face with. I thought intersectionality, and I thought we were the one that was the most oppressed, and we're black plus women, and oh my god, and now I have to see what black boys and black men have to do. They don't want to have to come to terms with that. Them and those lesbian white women who messed around and had a black and had black seed put in them, and now they have to raise, I think, a black boy too, right? Isn't that the story with those lesbian white women who went to the seed bank and now they have to raise a black kid and they end up suing the clinic? Yeah, because you have to raise a black kid. I don't remember if it was a black boy or black girl. Yeah, what happened? Huh? That lets you know, number one, white folks know better. And number two, black women know better. Huh? What happened? And I think part of the lawsuit for the white lesbian women was y'all forced us to have to raise a black kid, and now we got to deal with what it feels like to raise a black kid. What happened? All that talk. And let me hurry up and play this last bit. We'll make a little bit of commentary on this, and then Mrs. Z will let y'all go, right? And shout out to Juicy. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat.
Yes, black men content creators do have to learn the hard and quizzical lesson that they cannot get on the internet and talk slick about black women if they want to, 1, command an audience of black women, and 2, they don't want to be seen as misogynist. Now, if you want to get on here and be Kevin Samuels, Tariq Nasheed, y'all want to be them type content creators, go ahead and do that. But there's 2 outrage cycles or 2 discourses happening on here right now. One with Dre, the food reviewer, and another with Khalil. And I can tell you neither of them men want to be associated with that type of man. Dre don't want to be that because a lot of his audience is black women. Khalil don't want to be that because he wants to be seen as revolutionary. Or at least somebody with a radical politic. But they both have to learn that they have to critically think with how they're engaging with black women. Dre, I've seen Dre say some
translation bow to black women.
I've seen, a touch of fat phobia come out of his mouth. He was on live during one of the Jackie Aina outrage cycles, and it's like, bro, you do food reviews. Why are you on here talking about Jackie Aina and her perfume bottles? Why do you feel so comfortable dunking on a black woman content creator? In a very inflammatory way. I remember leaving a comment on that live and being like, this is very nasty work. You one day are going to experience this too. And now look at him. Now, Khalil, if he could claim whatever his screen time usage is, but boy, you be here on TikTok. Of all people, knowing the TikTok history of Maya Ione, who is your mutual, and your real life friend, so I know it all comes up on your For You page. And I've seen your commentary on it otherwise. You should know better, considering who she went back and forth with and the own anti-blackness that she has engaged with, than to put another black woman's image in a video where you're in defense of Maya. And of all people, why would you use Dominique, who wasn't coming at you sideways, who does the work in real life, who really takes her time and engages thoroughly even when she disagrees with people? She is not antagonistic. And you know the kind of outrage that Maya's name and image draws. Why would you bring another black woman into that fold in that way? It took Christian Divine a minute to catch on. I know FD had to have a little convo with him. I've had this conversation with FD about how it is, like,
I think a lot of black men just don't understand it, and they often don't understand the root of the backlash because they, in their minds, legitimately don't think they're doing anything wrong. But it is just how the internet works, and it is a lesson y'all are gonna have to learn. And you this is not the arena. This really is not the arena for any of them to double down in.
Hey, I don't know enough. So let me put that out there. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about these characters that she's speaking of. I'll look into it. I'll see what I could glean. Let me say this to all you pandering ass niggas. Goddamn Z. You usually say Negro Z. Oh no, all you pandering ass niggas, this is what you get. And you're always gonna be subject to this, including you, FD. Y'all always gonna have to you don't got a spine? Y'all talk crazy to us. All day, every day. You talk crazy to us. But Josie just told you to bow down in her own Josie way. Josie just told y'all to bow down. And who's the #1 male ringleader that she called to make y'all bow down? FD. FD know what his position is. I said it the way I meant it. Pun intended. That's what community is, FD? All right. FD, I agree. It is an all-out war for the minds of young black men. And you know what? You can have 1 million subscribers. If you can't make them pay for black women, you don't got nothing. I keep saying it. If you can't get them to subsidize black women, you don't have anything. FD, Juicy just told these Negroes to bow down. When you're in the pro-black space online, when you're in this when you're in Black Bread Tube, you bow down to black women. Guess what? I don't think you heard what Mr. Z just heard, but Mr. Z made sure to play this so everybody can hear it. Juicy just told y'all to bow down. That's what she said. That's what community is. Uh-oh. And the #1 overseer is FD Signifier. The #1 overseer is FD Signifier. You want to talk about being incendiary? I'll do it. FD, what exactly would you say you do here? Huh? What exactly would you say? I told you that's what they were using you for. This is community? Huh?
What would you say you do here?
Huh? I knew that's what they used FD for. So, admittedly, Mr. Z don't know enough. Juicy just told you, when you in they space, they run it. And if you not bowing down, they gonna send FD at your ass. FD already told you he's okay with matriarchy, so there you go. All you pro-black guys over there, excuse me, said it wrong. All you quote-unquote pro-blacks, be for real. You're pro-black women. Mr. Z don't got a problem with you being pro-black women. You're only pro-black women. Ooh, goddamn. That's what the pro-black space is online. That's what bread tube is online. Cornbread tube, that's what it is. Pro-black women. Period, point blank. Not pro-black people. Not pro-black. Not pro-black community. Mr. Z is being very intentional with his words. It's pro-black women. Period. Actually, wrong. Pro-black women, exclamation point. And another exclamation point. And another exclamation point. Dr. Umar Johnson style. Sister Z, I heard you say it. Could you admit you got it from Z? Huh? Oh boy. We knew it. Thank you, Juicy, for letting us know y'all be sticking FD on black men like he's an attack dog, because that is what he is for you now, isn't it? FD would have swore to us that he wasn't. Juicy just bust you out, bro. That's all you are over there, is an attack dog for them. I told you. I knew it. FD, I want you to understand that Mr. Z is a community college dropout. You a double master's degree, almost PhD. Juicy, connected in those spaces, making moves. Kim Foster, same thing, all of them. And all you are for them is an overglorified attack dog. I knew that's what you was, because What did Olay say? You put out think pieces and she hurry up and she sent it to her boyfriend and she sent it to all the black men she knows? Huh? Yeah, because what she's saying is, look, FD gets it. Why don't you? Why don't you follow behind FD's example? See, this is what an ally looks like. An ally wags his finger at black men, and all he'll ever say to black women is, you know, some of you, it sounds like you hate black women. It sounds like you hate black men. No, it's more than that. You can go all in the weeds when it comes to black men. You can't tell black women what it is. Y'all don't want to pay for your life. You can't afford to pay for your life. So you're looking for a good little boy black man to protect, provide, and shut up. And that's because the white men won't do it. Oops. Huh? Nobody want to go into the weeds while the women are talking the way they talking. They're looking for a man to protect, provide, and shut up, to bow down. Be a good little ATM and don't make too many demands.
What if black women were supposed to be the leaders and black men are just supposed to protect with their muscles and use their listening ears and carry out instructions?
Huh? That's what they're looking for.
I miss when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
Sorry, Trill.
As a man, if you don't have house core job, don't look for a woman with house core job. And for the men that complain about women that do that, look for a man that has all three, and they don't have all three. We can do that. We are women. You want us. You need us. Y'all want one thing from us. And mad because we boss y'all around because you're a fucking servant. You're a provider, right? You're a protector, right? You're a security guard and you're a goddamn assistant. Know your place. Stop being contradicting and bow down. Because I'm sick of it.
Huh? I'll go research the story and I'll look it up. But Juicy said enough for Z. We got to the real crux of it. The real crux of it is that they sending hits out. Huh? They sending it. So let me get this right. FD then got 1 million subscribers. He over here bragging every chance he get about his 1 million subscribers. And all he is for Juicy and all the rest of them is an attack dog for black men. Isn't that what y'all always are? FD, wait a minute. So you bragging because you're what black men have been for black women concerning other black men for decades now? Black pastors, rich black men, celebrity black men. You bragging because you're what you and Derek Jackson, the difference is? Tony Gaskins, the difference is? Huh? DL Hughley, the difference is? Huh? FD, you and these brothers are different. Oh, because you're an academic. And you know how to word it in a way where it doesn't sound like misandry. You know how to word it in a way where it sounds like community uplift? Oh, you know how to put 4 and 5 syllables behind it. Huh? And back it up with some quote-unquote complex concepts. Really simple. Huh? The difference between you and the rest of these folks is what? Huh? Yikes. Amanda Marianne, I heard you started using profanity and stuff like that. It's all like you might be messing with a brother now. Uh-oh. Z, where did I come from? I just had to say it. I don't watch a couple of more recent clips of Amanda Marianne, but hey, what, them white, you finally tired of trying to chase after them white guys? Hey, Haitian sister, come back home. I ain't dealing with you. But one of these brothers will. You're cute too. You should never been over there in the first place. Oh no, Z. One of these brothers will deal with you, unfortunately. You trying to chase after them white boys? Z, she gonna mess around and actually find her a white boyfriend, maybe. Huh? Shout out to Amanda Marianne. Amanda Marianne started dropping all type of B words in her stream and all type. Like, wait a minute. Hold up. Huh? Wait a minute. What happened? Don't go all pro-black on us. She gonna go pro-black. Huh? Yikes. Don't tell me one of these white dudes did you super dirty. Huh? She gonna pop up with a white boyfriend, Z. Maybe. Or a black one. One of them brothers will go. They, you know they'll go. Especially one of these guys that don't really deal with the black manosphere. No, Z, you gotta understand. No, she turned a new leaf, and you know she went to the white high school, and then she had this colorism, and then you know the complex, and then the white European beauty standard. Huh? Whatever, dude. Cool story, bro. And back to Juicy. So now we know. Shout out to you, FD. I told y'all, let them talk. It'd be conversations that don't have nothing to do with anything going on over here. And she said it. Hey, for all of you black men over here, you gotta know you can't say nothing about us. Z, that's not what she said. That is what she said. You gotta listen closer. That is what she said. Don't let that little nuanced, softer language fool you. That is what she said. Listen close.
Yes, black men content creators do have to learn the hard and quizzical lesson that they cannot get on the internet and talk slick about black women if they want to, one, command an audience of black women, and two, they don't want to be seen as misogynist. Now, if you want...
Can't talk slick about black women means be critical of anything black women do, say, how they act, them twerking on Kevin Samuel's grave, anything at all that black women think that you should stay in your place and know your lane, which is everything. See, y'all thought she meant, oh, just don't talk slick about us. No, don't say anything critical of us at all, ever. Uh-oh. Z, she ain't say all that. Yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. And listen to her tone. But black men are going to have to learn the hard way. That. Oh, not you being braggadocious. Not you being a whole mob boss. Not Juicy being a whole mob boss. Not you, Juicy. Oh. Juicy said, you think Khadijah is something? You think Kim Foster is something? Watch this. I'ma send FD at your ass. Huh? Not Juicy being the head honcho. Huh? Oh, that only make it worse. And Detroit says, meanwhile, Juicy just interviewed Michelle Obama. Oh, yeah. That says a lot, by the way. I see it. Hey, thank you, Detroit, because I understood what you just said. I see it. Huh? I told folks they wasn't going to take this laying down. Trump won, and they said, oh, what that black male voter rate look like? Oh, okay. Black men think they're free. Watch this. I told you I don't be celebrating too soon. Huh? Detroit, I understood what you just said. I understood what you just said. I get it. I understand. And they still not safe. Ooh, goddamn. For anybody of importance listening, your daughters are still not safe. Oh, don't get it twisted. Mr. Z not putting a hit out on them or anything like that. I'm just saying that black men's indifference, apathy, and being despondent will affect your daughters. Z is being very vague and very specific right now. See, you playing with fire right now because if you to certain people listening and they're gonna take it personal because they do have a couple of daughters. See, you playing real reckless right now, huh? Uh-oh. And shout out to Juicy. Juicy got her baby daddy that they negotiated on how this gonna work. Juicy don't got her no man last time I checked. Huh? Her and her man just decided that it was about time for both of them, and she didn't want to age out the game, and so they went around and did the thing. But last time I checked, they're not in no relationship. Everybody coming up with their different, weird, complicated, different thing of doing. Hey, however it work, whether you want to be Ebony K. Williams, whether you want to be Juicy, that's fine. But everyday, regular black men said, yeah, about that. Huh? Yeah, about that. Y'all heard Juicy? She put hits out.
Yes, black men content creators do have to learn the hard and quizzical lesson that they cannot get on the internet and talk slick about black women if they want to, one, command an audience of black women, and two, they don't want to be seen as misogynist. Now, if you want to get on here and be Kevin Samuels, Tariq Nasheed, y'all want to be them type content creators, go ahead and do that. But there's two outrage cycles or two discourses happening on here right now. One with Dre, the food reviewer, and another with Khalil. And I can tell you neither of them men want to be associated with that type of man. Dre don't want to be that because a lot of his audience is black women. Khalil don't want to be that because he wants to be seen as revolutionary. Or at least somebody with a radical politic. But they both have to learn that they have to critically think with how they're engaging with black women. Dre, I've seen Dre say some out-of-pocket things about black women. I've seen, a touch of fat phobia come out of his mouth. He was on live during one of the Jackiana outrage cycles, and it's like, bro, you do food reviews. Why are you on here talking about Jackiana and her perfume bottles? Why do you feel so comfortable dunking on a black woman content creator? In a very inflammatory way. I remember leaving a comment on that live and being like, this is very nasty work. You one day are going to experience this too, and now look at him. Now, Khalil, if he could claim whatever his screen time usage is, but boy, you be here on TikTok. Of all people, knowing the TikTok history of Maya Ione, who is your mutual, and your real life friend, so I know it all comes up on your For You page. And I've seen your commentary on it otherwise. You should know better, considering who she went back and forth with and the own anti-blackness that she has engaged with, than to put another black woman's image in a video where you're in defense of Maya. And of all people, why would you use Dominique, who wasn't coming at you sideways, who does the work in real life, who really takes her time and engages thoroughly even when she disagrees with people? She is not antagonistic. And you know the kind of outrage that Maya's name and image draws. Why would you bring another black woman into that fold in that way? It took Christian Divine a minute to catch on. I know FD had to have a little convo with him. I've had this conversation with FD about how it is. I think a lot of black men just don't understand it, and they often don't
FD the attack dog
backlash because they in their minds legitimately don't think they're doing anything wrong. But it is just how the internet works, and it is a lesson y'all are gonna have to learn. And this is not the arena. This is not the arena for any of them to double down in.
Oh boy. It took whoever she said a little minute. She had to send FD at them. They playing out fatwas on y'all niggas. Oh, they playing out fatwas. Oh, Juicy put a line in the sand on y'all. Either you over here with us doing community and building community, or you over there with Kevin Samuels and Tariq Nasheed. You can go ahead and do that if you're going to do that. But the second you cross your big toe over that line over here with us, you got to bow down. Oh, or she going to send FD at your ass. Oh, boy. Yeah. And y'all thought y'all was safe. So y'all don't want to come off like us misogynistic, misogynist black manosphere guys. Huh? You don't want to be over here with the black whitesphere. Ain't that right, Jason Black? You don't want to be over here. So you're going to go over there, bowing and scraping, and get a foot put up your ass by FD signifier. Because Juicy said so. Huh? Uh-oh. Yeah. I told FD. I sent it to him. That first conversation, I sent it to him. And that's community FD, right? FD already gave up the ghost. Shout out to Bernard Riley. Shout out to Edward Anderson. Shout out to Hood Conservative and everybody else who was on that panel that day. Huh? FD already gave up the ghost on Bernard Riley's channel. T Noir already gave up the ghost with FD on her channel. Now Juicy then came back, not even double back, triple back, and gave up the ghost again. If you're not over, hey, I want you to understand, we're not the ones. Dear every single black man breathing, particularly in the West, particularly in America, we're not the ones who put the line in the sand. They did. Juicy just said, either you with us or you with the terrorists. Juicy just said that. So all of you, I don't want to be like Z, and I don't want to be like those guys over there. They're little sex. I'm not sexist. I'm not like them. I'm not a misogynist. I'm not a misogynorist. I don't hate black women. Who told you we hate black women? Number one. Number two, we're not the ones who put the line in the sand. They did. Juicy just said that. Either you over here with us, or you over there with Tariq Nasheed and Kevin Samuels and the rest of them.
Yes, black men content creators do have to learn the hard and quizzical lesson that they cannot get on the internet and talk slick about black women if they want to, one, command an audience of black women, and two, they don't want to be seen as misogynist. Now, if you want to get on here and be Kevin Samuels, Tariq Nasheed, y'all want to be them type content creators, go ahead and do that. But there's two outrage cycles or two discourses happening on here right now. One with Dre, the food reviewer, and another with Khalil.
So if you want to be over there with Tariq Nasheed and Kevin Samuels, yes, you too, Jason Black. She's talking about you too. Yes, Professor Black Truth, she's talking about you too. Huh? So either you over here, because I want you to understand, anything that's not kissing their ass, they put all of that over here anyway. So everybody from Obsidian and Angry Man and Corey Holcomb, huh? Tommy Sotomayor, Donovan Shaw, all they don't care. We're the ones who's no, that's not part of what we saying. No, nope. For them, whether it's Fresh and Fit, whether it's Donovan Sharp, O'Shea, Obsidian, BJS, it all of that's over here. Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, all of that's over here. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, huh? David Carroll, all of that's over here. Because we're not kissing their ass. We disagree with each other on a bunch of stuff. Politically, socially, accountable commentary, all of that's over here. MTR, all of that's over here. They don't make no distinctions. If you ain't kissing their ass, you're over here. That's what Juicy just said. So y'all go ahead. Jason Black want to call us the black winosphere and all that other stuff. That's cool. But for Juicy, and I know Juicy was connected in those spaces. For Juicy, for Cheska Lee, but Cheska Lee, didn't she interview Michelle Obama a couple years ago too? All of them. Juicy, Cheska Lee, Kim Foster, T Noir, Khadijah. It's either you over there bowing and scraping and kissing their ass and then being kicked in the ass by FD, or you over here. And if you over here, then for them, you over here with Kitten Heels and Hotep Nasheed. Huh? You over here with Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson, even though Dr. Umar Johnson is Hotep for black women, for them, he don't go in on black men enough. Huh? And Dr. Thunder, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And he says, like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. And Dr. Thunder says, take some of my sandwich money. Hashtag sandwich gang reckless tax. It is a reckless tax. We about to have to end on that because we ain't gonna incriminate ourselves. Reckless, huh? Thank you, Vince. And Vince is weird equal. We intentionally go out of our way not to understand. That's all. And thank you for that, Vince. Exactly. Huh? No, Doc, she definitely talking about you. Because remember when Kim Foster came over here trying to flex on you? How dare you? You're supposed to be an accomplished black man. Why are you entertaining Obsidian? He's supposed to be beneath you. Me and you are part of the same class, not Obsidian. Mr. Z ain't forget, Dr. Thunder. No, they put all of us over here. It's either you over there doing community and building community and being part of community, kissing their ass, backing them. Huh? You either over here or you're over there. And if you're over there, FD, I want you to appreciate all you are is...
Black women were supposed to be the leaders, and black men are just supposed to protect with their muscles and use their listening ears and carry out instructions.
And that's all FD is. That's all Foreign is. That's all Conscious Lee is. That's all Lil Bill is. That's all of them. All of the black men over there, that's what they are. And Juicy just said it. Huh? I wonder how much of that $20 million from the Democratic Party to find out why young men aren't voting. And if they said young men, you better believe a wing of that is young black men. Why did black men go for Trump so much? Is it just Trump? Is it the Republican Party? Is Trump the gateway drug? Are they gonna start voting more conservative? What do we gotta do? I wonder how much of that money is now in Jules's pocket. Oops. How much of that money is now in FD's pocket? Yikes. Huh? How much? So I definitely wanted to play that for y'all. I thought I would leave some of the best for last. It wasn't that long of commentary. I didn't need a beat because Juicy said everything that needed to be said. I'm going to try to follow up on the story. But Juicy told FD and all of them brothers over there, they're nothing but attack dogs. As I've said before, as we've all said, that's all they are attack dogs. FD's channel is there to say, look, no. Don't listen to Z. That's why his channel's so small. Look, most black men don't think like that. I will represent the black men. I will represent the black men, the non-toxic black men that protects black women from other sexist black men like Z. Listen, look at his numbers. He's fringe. It has nothing to do with YouTube's algorithm. Oops. Huh? Mr. Z is fringe. So FD, the attack dog. Exactly, Indigo. They're supposed to be the quote unquote non-toxic Avengers. No? Yikes, exactly. Saint Sir says FD being a confirmed gynocrat drone is hilarious. I said let them talk. When you let them talk about whatever they're gonna talk about, wherever the conversation veers off to, eventually some little truth that might not have nothing to do with what they were talking about is gonna come out. Look at what Juicy just told you. She just told all of you over there, anybody that wants to be quote unquote pro-black, understand you're actually pro-black woman. Not pro-black woman, pro-black men, pro-black children, pro-black community. No. You're pro-black woman, exclamation point. Period. That's it. That's all you are. That's what Juicy just said. No, Z, that's not what she said. That's what she said. And she said, if you think you're going to go over there and you ain't bowing, she gonna stick FD on your ass. Is Z the only one that heard that? No, Z, you're putting words in her mouth. That's not what she said. That's not what she said. Z, you want to play one more game? Z gonna play one more game, then we go end out because somebody in here is like, Z, that's not what she said. Z, you putting words in her mouth. That's not what she said. Listen close. Put on your. Unfortunately, you gonna have to put on your black woman listening ears. That's not what she said.
Yes, black men content creators do have to learn the hard and quizzical lesson that they cannot get on the internet and talk slick about black women if they want to, one, command an audience of black women, and two, they don't want to be seen as misogynist. Now, if you want to get on here and be Kevin Samuels, Tariq Nasheed, y'all want to be them type content creators, go ahead and do that. But there's two outrage cycles or two discourses happening on here right now. One with Dre, the food reviewer, and another with Khalil. And I can tell you neither of them men want to be associated with that type of man. Dre don't want to be that because a lot of his audience is black women. Khalil don't want to be that because he wants to be seen as revolutionary. Or at least somebody with a radical politic. But they both have to learn that they have to critically think with how they're engaging with black women. Dre, I've seen Dre say some out-of-pocket things about black women. I've seen, a touch of fat phobia come out of his mouth. He was on live during one of the Jackie Aina outrage cycles, and it's like, bro, you do food reviews. Why are you on here talking about Jackie Aina and her perfume bottles? Why do you feel so comfortable dunking on a black woman content creator? In a very inflammatory way. I remember leaving a comment on that live and being like, this is very nasty work. You one day are going to experience this too. And now look at him. Now, Khalil, if he could claim whatever his screen time usage is, but boy, you be here on TikTok. Of all people, knowing the TikTok history of Maya Ioni, who is your mutual, and your real life friend, so I know it all comes up on your For You page. And I've seen your commentary on it otherwise. You should know better, considering who she went back and forth with and the own anti-blackness that she has engaged with, than to put another black woman's image in a video where you're in defense of Maya. And of all people, why would you use Dominique, who wasn't coming at you sideways, who does the work in real life, who really takes her time and engages thoroughly even when she disagrees with people? She is not antagonistic. And you know the kind of outrage that Maya's name and image draws. Why would you bring another black woman into that fold in that way? It took Christian Divine a minute to catch on. I know FD had to have a little convo with him. I've had this conversation with FD about how it is, I think a lot of black men just don't understand it, and they often don't understand the root of the backlash because they, in their minds, legitimately don't think they're doing anything wrong. But it is just how the internet works. And it is a lesson y'all are going to have to learn. And this is not the arena. This really is.
I love it. This is a lesson y'all just gonna have to learn. I'm gonna have to put my foot in y'all ass. That's what she's saying. Huh? Christian, whatever she said, it took him a little while to get it. Oh, you gotta, hey, I love hearing black women saying, hey, do I have to flex on you right now? Huh? Do I have to flex on you right now? Mr. Z didn't upload the clip where a black wife is bullying her husband in front of the cops and then shouting down the cops. I didn't download it. My apologies, y'all. But isn't that what Julesie's saying? Huh? Oh, you gotta love it. Hey, to all of you supposed pro-black men, especially you younger brothers under the age of like 40, maybe under the age of 45, Juicy just told you what it was. All of you cornbread to black men, all of you that's all in FD comments, huh? You don't want to sound like Z, right? You don't want to be no sexist, misogynistic, colorist, fatphobic, transphobic, homophobic. Yeah, all of the phobics. You don't want to sound like Z. I hear you. Josie said, if you're over here in the pro-black space, you have to understand you're bowing to black women. You're kissing black women's ass. That's what you are. There's no pro-black man, nothing. There's no pro-black family. The family is black women and their children over there. The black man is nothing but an over-glorified Louis bag. Huh? One you throw your trash in and then you discard afterward. Huh? That's what Juicy just said. Don't get it twisted. Just because she tends not to be as antagonistic as a Kim Foster, she just showed you who she is today, now didn't she? Boss girl Juicy. Boss hog Juicy. No wonder they hate when you call him bossy. I'm not bossy. Boss ass, mob boss ass Juicy. Said, don't make me send FD at you. Don't make me put a hit out on you. Shout out to Saint Cyr. Nah, Saint Cyr, Mr. Z not the one putting out hits. Juicy putting out hits. Huh? Give me a second, Doc. Doc, I'm gonna end out in a little bit, but I never miss an opportunity to talk to Dr. Thunder for a little bit, so give me a backwards. I did it so backwards. Give me a second. Because I could have just did it like this. Wait a minute. This is for Dr. Thunder only. All right, Doc. That's for Dr. Thunder only. And while we waiting for Dr. Thunder, let's read this for Big Mo. And Big Mo says, the pro-black female caucus rules with an authoritarian slant and an iron fist while ignoring black male issues. This will lead to more right votes. Oh, yeah, no, I agree. I agree 100%. I agree 150%. Huh? I agree 150%. You see how our framing is? I love it. Now, if you just listen to it on the surface, it don't sound like Juicy said all that. That's exactly what Juicy said, though. She playing hits out on y'all. Huh? And that's going to cause more black men to go right. And black women are going to pretend like they don't understand why. I said it already. Black women's ideal of sex is black men are black men who won't provide, protect, and shut up. And give me 1 second, Doc. I'm gonna have you speak in a minute. I keep on spamming this for a reason, because this is actually what they're saying.
What if black women were supposed to be the leaders and black men are just supposed to protect with their muscles and use their listening ears and carry out instructions?
Oh, about shut time. That's how I feel about that. I don't know nothing else about it. Y'all do what you want to.
Huh? I knew that's what it was. What's going on, Doc? And thank you for the super chat, Big Mo.
How you doing?
Good. What's up with you?
Hey, I just wanted to say, well, first of all, thanks for throwing me the link.
No problem. Always.
So, this woman, what's the name of the woman again? That you've been.
Oh, Juicy. Oh, Juicy.
Okay.
Juicy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's funny is in your statement about her, putting FT as an attack dog, and then his verbiage is the and other folks like you, myself, other people in the space. It's kind of a subscriber supremacy thing where he's saying this is fringe. This doesn't really represent what most.
Go ahead, Doc. I'm a little preoccupied. Go ahead. You can continue.
Okay. And so what I thought was funny was in her commentary, she says nasty work. And in your comments, I said that fringe becomes mainstream. See, the issue is that even if what it is that we're saying, what it is that you're saying is fringe, they know that fringe tends to cycle into the mainstream. And evidence that even she has been influenced by stuff that has come from over here, as she stated, by saying nasty work, that comes from AC. And so I just think that's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I think they appreciate that. We were never supposed to get this big. I said it when Obsidian popped up here over a year ago at this point, maybe a year and a half ago now. Kim Foster was never supposed to have to go back and forth with a Obsidian. Like, that's where class and education and pedigree comes in. She was never supposed to have to go back and forth with an Obsidian, right? Like that. So The Julesies and the FDs were never supposed to have to contend with us. We were supposed to be they people like that. Even though they're younger in the sake of this conversation, we were supposed to be vanquished by the 90s. They were never supposed to have to contend with us. They were never supposed to have the ghost of Kevin Samuels looming over them. They were never supposed to have to deal with that. They were supposed to be able to be hypocrites, be full of crap, have white liberals put the thumb on the scales for them, have us scared in between racist white conservatives and racist white liberals, to be fair, but still go and vote in the direction they want us to, or still align with them politically because of the fear of the big bad racist Republicans. And what they don't appreciate is that they had made the environment so toxic and they had benign neglect black boys and black men so much that it was a wash. And now it's up to you which way you want to politically align. So they thought that they could still sound like Julesy, put hits out on us, and we'll still bow down and be good little boys at the end of it, because where are you gonna go, right? So yeah, dog. It is what you said, and her using a accountable commentary quote. I don't even know if she understands that's what she did. I don't even think she appreciates that. Their anger is that we have moved the Overton window in the sake of this conversation, right? Doc, you fell off. I don't know if you meant to do that or what, but yeah. So like that's the thing. And shout out to Dr. Thunder. I don't know if he meant to do that, but yeah, they were never supposed to have to contend with us, and now they do, right? And shout out to Julesy, because Julesy essentially said we ain't gonna have no manosphere talking points over here, right? Anything that's not edifying us and that's constantly uplifting us and speaking positivity into us and life into us, that's how they speak over there, y'all. Anything that's not doing that, which is kissing their ass, that's just a long form way of saying kissing their ass, is deemed as toxic language, homophobic, transphobic, fatphobic language, and you will either be harshly dealt with or dismissed. And that's what Julesy just said, in her own Julesy way. Oh, okay, Doc said I said what I wanted to say. Thanks. Okay, Doc. And thank you for coming up. No? Yikes. So, yeah, no, I don't think she appreciates that she's using a term that accountable commentary at least brought into this space, right? Where accountable commentary heard it from and how fast this, if I'm saying if he heard it from anywhere, but how fast it spread all across the internet, right? But let's be clear. The issue they have is that too many black men sound like us, think like us, feel like us. That's why FD modified what he said because of Z. That's where he get the whole, this manosphere language and this misogynistic language. It's only one step away from normal attitudes about women. He got that combating Z. That's his way of saying when Z say, and when BGS says take that to the barbershop, and when Z says, okay, fine, you have 1 million subscribers, get those brothers to subsidize black women. Get those white dudes who's listening to you to subsidize black women. Him saying these manosphere talking points are only one step removed from normal attitudes about women is his response to Z, is his response to BGS, is his response to the black manosphere. Because he knows he can't actually contend with what we're saying. And that's what the idea of black women and internalized misogyny and self-hate. And that's why I think Kevin Samuels had so many black women watching him. And I think it's because of something. No, because they were listening to what the women were saying. So they know better than not to say it because they're all looking for the same man, FD. The men ain't over where you are, not the men that's going to pay anyway. Ooh. Huh? They went to where Kevin Samuels was. Kevin Samuels had so many black women listening in Because the men were over there, the men with the money and the status. Ooh. The white ones, the Latino ones, the Asian ones, and obviously the black ones. Huh? Okay, thank you for that, Doc. And Doc said it started trending in black spaces, in black space on YouTube because of AC. So nasty work and whatnot started trending because of accountable commentary. Shout out to accountable commentary. Huh? So there you go. Y'all, you know why y'all gonna have to continue to combat and lose? Because you're asking black men, whether you realize it or not. Julesy, black women don't earn enough. FD, black women don't earn enough. Conscious Lee, Kim Foster, T. Noor, Khadijah, huh? Diallo Kenyatta, Dr. Jared Ball, Geechee Yah. It don't matter which one of y'all over there. Black women simply don't earn enough. And what y'all are asking black men to do is subsidize them and shut up. And it's not going to happen. Once again, black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. That means they got to be subsidized. That's what that means. Yes, from working poor men. Yes, from working class men. Yes, from lower middle class men. Yes, even them. Huh? And all y'all are doing while y'all are talking is corroborating what this lady is saying.
What if black women were supposed to be the leaders and black men are just supposed to protect with their muscles and use their listening ears and carry out instructions?
And black men said we got sun for that ass. Yeah, about that. See the way my wallet works? Huh? So on that note, we'll pause right there, y'all. Mr. Z went way over 30. Anyway, well, on that note, we'll pause right there. I definitely want to play these clips for y'all. I might do another review on the Julesy thing. I'm going to try to look for the details on it. If anybody knows anything more, please send it to the email. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the thank you button for the replay squad. Yeah, so I'll try to figure out what the story is and the backstory. Yeah. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And I might do a separate stream, a standalone stream on that. Yeah. Get prepared for Mr. Z to put up some pre-records from old streams, stuff that I've said that I think are pertinent to what we're experiencing and living now. I've been speaking about it. I've been, preoccupied, but we're gonna start doing that. Yeah. So on that note, and Leon, I don't have a link for it. I actually downloaded the clip that I'm speaking about with Julesy. I played it a few times, starting on if you catch the replay, let's say around the 2.5 hour mark, maybe 2:25 hour mark, right? So something like that. So on that note, y'all, thank y'all for listening in. We'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Yeah. So now y'all see, shout out to Claudia Jordan, shout out to Julesy. All right, y'all. Mr. Z out.